gentlemen,
oh shit,
boys and girls, off your fucking feet, give it up for your host, Shaggy Gabriel.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back into the show. Starting it off right, man. Changing up some angles. Things are going to look a little different tonight. I spent the better part of the weekend, 9-10 hours invested into switching cameras around. And if you guys know anything about cameras and color corrections and video at all, it's not as simple as just moving a camera, setting it up, and, clicking record. There's a lot that goes into it, man. So it was definitely a process, but I'm pretty thrilled with these new angles. I'm a fucking nerd when it comes to this shit. We have a great show to get into, guys. Welcome, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend. I sure as hell did, man. Got a lot done this weekend. Very productive weekend. Very, very productive weekend. Last weekend it was fucking raining. There ain't shit to do. This weekend was a little better. Spent 9 hours fixing the cameras, making everything look good. We have a interesting side angle that's going to be directly on the TV, which I think is going to make for a better visual experience. And that's what we're here to do. We're always here to try to improve from the last show and making sure everybody is having a great visual experience, as well as audio, of course. There's a special co-host in the building tonight. I'm super excited. She's been podcasting now for the better part of 3 years. She will be splitting time up with Softcast tonight. She's definitely a veteran. She's taught me a lot of things about this podcasting game. So she's going to be joining us here in just a moment's time. I'm very, very stoked about this whole new endeavor that we have. And if she works out, then, we could continue to write up that contract and pursue the next couple years and maybe bring this certain somebody on board. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh, she's eye candy, Sam V. Oh, yep, everyone's saying she, yep. It's a she. It is a she. I'm very excited to be bringing her on in just a moment's time. Welcome back into a Sunday edition of this In the Paint podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Would you say he went hard in the paint?
He went hard in the motherfucking paint.
That he did. We have a great show to get into tonight. Softcast as well is going to be joining us here in just a little bit of time. We have a lot to get to tonight that we didn't touch on Friday night. Friday night was, a pretty decent stream. I wasn't really up to par. Cracked a tooth earlier that day, man, and it's fucked up. So now I got to schedule a dentist appointment, and it's this whole thing. But I'm not going to bog you guys down with my health concerns. But a lot of stuff we didn't touch on Friday night. Kuck, of course, Tom Chillstrom. We will get to that. Kuck episode 6 and how... probably that was one of their best episodes ever filmed. The blossoming of Tom, Luke, and Corey, otherwise known as the Three Stooges of podcasting. So we will be getting into Kuck episode 6. We have some Ray DeVito news, which I'm sure some of you may already seen, but if you didn't, Ray DeVito this past weekend went from the internet's biggest fence sitter to the most hated person online in modern time. I mean, Chad should be, thanking his lucky stars that Ray DeVito is here to kind of take some of that brunt away from his Friday night debauchery of a show. So we have some Ray DeVito news we're going to be getting into and how he's just very confused with this whole video thing that Patrick Melton put out, that B. Dabbler put together, Patrick Melton put out on his channel. Ray DeVito is just very stumped. He can't get past how this video is somehow real. Now, I'm here to tell you, the more you look into this video, yes, B. Dabbler put this video up. Patrick Melton put it out on his channel. But we have a couple questions about that video ourselves, and we'll be getting into that alongside with some Ray DeVito news, how he's kind of spiraling out of control as we speak. His live chat, I mean, on a daily basis, I mean, they're getting him to essentially dance like the proverbial monkey that he is on live streams. So we have some Ray DeVito news. We also will be getting into Gino Bisconti. In Hot Water's own Gino Bisconti, who might be amongst us tonight. You know, he likes to watch the streams back. Doesn't really know what to make of us here at the channel. He's very, confused on what we do, what what our message is here on a weekly basis. And, it's just all very, very confusing. But he was on Saturday, yesterday. He was doing a lot, man. Gino is now a YouTuber, full-time YouTuber. When he's not streaming podcast and broadcast over at the Compound Media Network, he's over on YouTube doing jump ropes, calisthenics, hopscotch, double dutch. I mean, this guy, does it all. You know, broadcaster by day, gymnast by night. So Gino was on his broadcast side of things on YouTube on Saturday. And Gino Bisconti, man, we had to install a N-bomb counter here on the show. But unfortunately, it bogged down my computer. It started to send my computer into a racial spaz, and my computer actually burnt out, and we could not install the counter in time. So we will be covering that Gino Bisconti podcast from yesterday, and boy, was it a doozy. Softcast, I know, has a few words for Gino, so I'll be interested in hearing what he says. How's everyone doing here tonight, though? Glad to see everyone rocking with us on a Sunday. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend. Antoine Kumi, I see Sam V, Dislabeled, the Brandon Network, LL Cooley, Chris, Jay Etheridge, all you guys, how's everyone doing? Happy Sunday. Work week is about to begin. And again, it's just like, fuck, man, I cannot, never just like, every time you start to get into a rhythm, or at least for me, I'll speak in, singular terms here, but every time I start to get in a rhythm of a weekend and start to like find, the time to just sit down, sit back and relax, it's just like, I blink my fucking eyes and it's like, Jesus, man, it's already Monday. So it kind of sucks, to be honest with you, but we're here. We're going to be here for the better part of 3-4 hours, depending on how things go. We also have some Steeltoe coverage to get into, Steeltoe Live members only stream. Again, and we've been through this many of times, but they do this members only stream on Sundays, but they do it live for everyone to consume. And then they put it behind their YouTube paywall, and it's like, who is going to watch that? So we stream it out to you guys. So it's here to be streamed for free moving on in the future. So we have some Steeltoe stuff to get into. And then Softcast sent me this Chrissy Mayer. So apparently Chrissy Mayer and Keanu C. Thompson, Gino's, I don't even know what they are, drinking pals, couple, I don't even know at this point. Gino and Keanu, the fling of the 2020s, the couple of the year, the power couple of the year, of course. Keanu C. Thompson and Chrissy Mayer, they made their way out to Las Vegas, Sin City, where Patrick Melton lives. They made their way out to Vegas. They had a tour. Now, a lot of these, comics and internet personalities, they like to call a couple of spots that they do a tour. They go on the road, they play 2 spots, they call it a tour. It's like, it's not a tour. We've seen this from Stacey Pressman. Stacey Pressman was talking about going to Long Island and, Newark, New Jersey. And she was like, yeah, I got my tour coming up. And everyone's like, it's not a fucking tour. What are you talking about? Just because you play, Jimmy John's in Newark, New Jersey, it doesn't make it a tour. So Chrissy and Keanu, they go to this Las Vegas. They go on tour in Las Vegas. They take a flight over to Dallas to go do Alex Stein's show, which we were going to get into some Alex Stein stuff. We still may get to some Alex Stein stuff on the show tonight. They were going to do Alex Stein's show, and on the way, they got hemped up by security. They were wearing these long dresses, these summer dresses, these spring dresses. And they got hemped up by security, and in the middle of the airport, they were told to change. They weren't brought into a back room. They weren't strip searched. In the middle of customs, they were told to take your skirts off and change in front of everybody. And I seen really nobody covering this. And, I had some questions earlier on in the week, but, I seen Steeltoe cover it, and I'm like, you know what, we'll kind of leave it there. But Softcast kind of pointed something out to me, and, it was very interesting, so we will get into it. Did they even get strip searched at all? Was this whole thing a hoax? Was this as big as Black Eye Gate? I don't know. We will watch the video. We will compare and contrast notes, and we will see if we can't get to the bottom of that. But without further ado, let's bring up our first co-host of the night. Let's get in Softcast in the building. Softcast, let me turn his volume up so he could hear me. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him, you love him. Never hard, always soft. Softcast in the building. What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, how you doing tonight, man? Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Loud and queer.
All right, cool. As you know, our schedule got mixed up. We were going to go Thursday, and we went Friday, and then I had the kids, so I just kind of called in when I could for that show, and I was trying to be live in the chats. But I am back at Mission Control, and I'm pretty excited. Dude, I feel really good about this Chrissy Mayer and Keanu thing because no one else caught it. I think we're the first ones that will point this out. It's pretty good.
So you sent this to me without giving too much away. Could you elaborate on, I guess, the context of it? I mean, I think I laid it out pretty well, but if you want to add anything to that, I mean, feel free.
Well, the context without playing the video is that of course, they went there, and there are two. Here's the play. There are two smoking hot girls, and they went there.
Which that's a lie. I mean, that's a lie right off the bat. But right. Go ahead.
And American Airlines said, "Wait, you're too sexy for our flights. So we gotta make you guys change clothes, and we're gonna make you do it right out in public." And no one is going to film it, including yourselves, and we'll believe it.
Yeah, in the day and age of, social media and everyone having a camera in their pockets on the drop of the dime, they could pull out the camera and film it, where everybody's filming, making TikToks, YouTubes. You would think an event like this where they make American Airlines, a corporation, forces two harmful fucking females to just strip in the middle of the fucking airport, get naked, take their pants off, and change. You would think there would be at least one video, a 5-second little clip, something. But
yeah, I would record that if I was in the airline or in the airport for a different flight altogether, and I saw those two dressed how they were coming out and then stripping down, as they claim, butt naked. Keanu was butt naked. Someone's filming that. There's film of that. It's the way it happens.
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre. I'm glad you pointed this out. You literally sent this to me maybe an hour before the show started. So we will be diving into that along with the Gino stuff. I kind of want to fast track everything. Usually I open up like a 30-minute monologue here, but we have Steeltoe Live coming up at 8 o'clock, which I want to get to, but I want to get to everything else before we dive into Steeltoe Live. And then, all will be well heading off into the week, man. But how was your weekend, man? Everything all good?
Yeah, it's great. It was great. I was with the kids. I don't delve too much in the chat, but Dr. Chow just said, I'm as smart as Ray DeVito and as charismatic as Tom McCaffrey.
Jesus, man. Yeah.
And Junior Coltrane said, I'm a real Bud Light punk.
Wow.
So it's funny.
Dude.
But I had a great weekend with the kids.
Well, that's good. Yeah, they actually made a guest appearance on Friday, which was unexpected, completely unexpected, causing havoc. And, it was just something spontaneous, man, at the end of it. But I'm glad, you did get to call in. They got to voice their reasons. I know, I forget your son's name, but he had he was very unhappy with me particularly. He didn't like me. I think he came on screen and told me to fuck off, if I recall, or something along those lines. Maybe he didn't use those words, but.
And if you remember, before I was ever on the show or we even talked about me being on the show. I told you that Gus, my son, liked Alex better than you. He thought Alex was cool.
Right. Which, by the way, let's take it live to our co-host, our other co-host. So now we're going to be rocking 2 co-hosts tonight. So I hope this isn't like infringing on your, thoughts tonight. I hope this isn't, it's not going to get weird for you tonight. She's trying out, and maybe she might take second mic. You might have to notch down to third mic. But, when she called me up this past week, man, I was very, very excited. Because like I said, man, she's been podcasting for about 3 years. She's taught me a lot of what I know today and actually helped build some of this studio. But before we go to that, Jules David coming in with the 2 smackaroos says, Soft, thoughts on today's FI or Formula One race in Miami?
This has got to be someone that knows me because they all know I'm a huge F1 fan. I love Formula One racing.
Did you catch the one in Miami?
I didn't catch all of it. But I do have thoughts. I think the Red Bull and Ferrari teams, they've been dominant for the last couple of years, but I think the other teams are catching up. There's really there's a couple drivers that those guys have that are just better than the rest. But I enjoy it, dude. I wake up on the weekends all through the summer because F1 is generally over in Europe, so it comes on at like 8 in the morning.
Right.
And I watch with a bunch of my hillbilly friends who are into NASCAR, Yeah, down in Alabama and shit, and we love it. I love NASCAR. But F1 is the thing I'm really into because F1 is like every new technology you have in a car probably comes from F1 first. You know what I mean? They're like spaceships. I really love it. And I watched today.
Yes. Yeah, I went to, we appreciate the $2, Jules David. I was at the movies this past weekend, and they had a preview for a new, it was like a Formula One movie. It was based in like, true events or whatever. And it was something how like there's these kids playing video games essentially, and they picked the best kid that played the Formula One racing game, and they actually made him a real driver. It looked pretty bizarre. I mean, it's very niche, I would say, because for me, man, it's like I never got into race cars. I mean, maybe the extent of it is me driving fast, in my own car, but I'm not into fucking, NASCAR, Formula One, all that shit. Not to say that it's not good. I just never got into it. It's like golf with a lot of people. A lot of people love golf, and they watch it. It's just like, it's not for me,
Yeah, it's, I like auto racing. I'm from Michigan, Detroit. I'm a gearhead, cars, motors, that's
Right.
how I grew up.
Well,
and
sure.
I like that shit, so it's interesting to me. And I do think F1, like I said, that's the technology of the future that we all have in our cars. I love it.
Jules David coming in again with another $2 starting off the night. Right, says, give Uncle Rican Mammy second mic. Well, she might be in here tonight, man. A lot of people making their guesses on. I just got to lower you a little bit because I'm getting a little feedback.
Okay, I can pull my end down if you need.
Yeah, maybe just a hair, and then I'll pull you down as well, just a tad.
Yeah, how's that?
Yeah, I think that's way better. I was coming back a little bit. So
Hey, Junior Coltrane just said, Softcast smokes that cigarette like a real punk. So he doesn't even know. I don't smoke cigarettes. Everyone knows that, right?
Yeah, you're just, well, I mean, no, not really. Not everyone doesn't know that, but
No, but I
now they
think
do.
most people on the show know I'm a vapor.
Right.
I don't smoke shit.
It's, man, yeah. I begrudgingly vape as well, but I only really do it on the show. It's, when I'm out in the real world, I'm fucking smoking cancer sticks. I actually picked up a weed vape, a Ghost. You ever heard of these things? Ghosts? We'll get to our female co-host in just a second. She's very anxious to get on. Yeah,
she's a talkie little bit.
She's a talkie, dude. Her insight is next to none here, so I'm very excited. But she just wanted to go put on, I think her makeup, her pre-show makeup. She wanted to doll it up a little bit, so I'll just bust this out. I got this sativa pen, Jack Herrera, Ghost fucking. vape here. I'm very excited. I haven't had one of these things in a while, so we'll see how it goes, man. The last time I vaped was 420. Actually, I took a massive dab on 420 here on this show, so we'll see how it goes. When I typically get stoned, it could be a whole completely different show. I don't know. We'll see where it goes tonight.
I try to only vape Michigan sourced products. You know, I'm a pretty local guy. I like to support my local growers and whatnot. The company I'm using a lot now, if anyone listening is in Michigan, is North. Get your North weed, get your North vape cartridges.
Jesus.
This isn't a commercial.
Oh my God, you would have fooled me, man. Holy shit.
That's the one I like. You know what I mean? They didn't pay for it. I'm just telling you what products I enjoy.
Well, now all these guys are going to think we're fucking promoting North weed, and they're going to think we're some corporate shills selling out to the fucking, the big corpse.
I hope there comes a day where we can shill sponsors like that. You know what I mean? No one is going to go, hey, you know who we really need to push our brand? John and Soft.
Well, you know who actually was in my DMs, which, by the way, I just want to put this out here at the top of the show, guys. If you're interested, I just set this up over the weekend as well. If you're interested in getting in touch with the show, you can email us at winby2radio@gmail.com. It's in the description. So if you have any clips, or you just want to reach out and tell me or Soft how big of fucking assholes we are, how much we suck, feel free, winby2radio@gmail.com. But yeah, actually, Midland Armory was in my DMs this past weekend. And, they're like, we might be able to hook you up with some gift cards if you guys could do one of those giveaways that Aaron does on that Steeltoe show. So I was completely repulsed. I was completely repulsed. It's 100% real. Completely repulsed. I didn't want nothing to do with Midland Armory. You know what I mean? I don't want to be peddling fucking firearms to minors like the Eimholts.
And I just think that and I'm not an anti-gun pussy, so I don't want people to think that. But I think you're stepping into a whole world there. We don't do politics. You know what I mean? I don't want to sell guns. I don't want to talk bad about guns because I own guns. But it's just funny to me that Midland Armory reached out to you. That's amazing in itself.
I'm obviously kidding, of course. Midland Armory did not reach out. It's full disclosure. Complete sight gag there, yes. We do gags here. I want to bring on our co-host of the night. She's familiar with Midland Armory. She knows a thing or two about handing out gift cards. Ladies and gentlemen, give me a warm round of applause in helping welcome Miss April Emhold. April, what do you have to say for yourself?
This has been a very fun show. You know when, like, potatoes get that black, nasty, big rot spot on them?
Well, April, sometimes potatoes, they do like to rot away in the sun. It's pretty disgusting, almost like a Jake Hudson style finger when he's itching his fucking whatever he's doing with those fucking polyps in his, But yeah, April Emhold is going to be third miking with us tonight. April, I don't want to, I don't want to step on her toes at all. April, if any time we set up one of those buttons that Steven Crowder had set up, where if I start talking too much, she could just hit a button and it'll just mute me just like that. And that is the thanks I like to give to Miss April for, helping me really guide me through my journey of podcasting, man. I just want to say here, if it wasn't for Miss April 3 years ago, helping me really open my eyes and getting me into the podcasting world, I wouldn't be here today. Softcast wouldn't be here today. 108 of you would not be in here today. But thanks to Miss April Emhold, Midland Armory, and the whole state of Minnesota, and specifically St. Cloud, my hat's off to you guys, and I'm forever indebted to the Eimholts, of course.
Would you say he went hard in the paint?
He went hard in the motherfucking paint.
So, Soft, I don't want you to get scared or anything like that. She it will be battling you for this second mic spot. So, hopefully, you brought your A game today.
Well, I'm a little nervous because she is bringing what I think is one of the biggest stories of the night we have to us later on.
Right.
So She's breaking some shit I couldn't do.
I'll let her just set that whole story up. I think that'll be good. But yeah, man. So welcome into the show, guys. Hopefully everyone's excited. April, Softcast, myself, will be here for the better part of the next 3-ish hours. It is Sunday. Thank you for rocking with us. I want to get into my first drink here of tonight. I want to play a clip to start it off. Our good friend of the show here, Egg Picker. Now, for those of you who may not know who Egg Picker is, April, you know who Egg Picker is, right?
I had kids to take care of this weekend. I was having fun.
All right, thanks, April. We'll ask you another question in just a moment's time. But Egg Picker, Egg Picker was a steel bro, was a fan of the Steeltoe conglomerate. And I'm just watching this back on my monitor. It looks completely ridiculous, by the way. But Egg Picker was a Steeltoe sort of guy, was into the Steeltoe world, was getting up every morning, 7 a.m. sharp, like very militant about his time, was showing up into the Steeltoe world, commenting away, and showing his support to Steeltoe. And that's all fine and good. If you watch Steeltoe, that's fine. We're not going to make fun of you. We make fun of them. But Egg Picker, about maybe a month and a half ago or so, he found the light. He found the light that everyone has been talking about for the better part of 3 months, and really had one of the best turns that I've seen in modern day covering Steeltoe.
Oh, yeah. He went like 180 degrees, and then he went hard, too.
Right. And now he's just putting out video after video after video, and the way he does it, it's like the only way I could actually watch Steeltoe without wanting to like rip one of my arms off and fucking beat someone over the head with it. You know what I mean? He speeds up the voices to the 2x speed, and it's all very funny. Well, I was featured in one of his videos this past week that he made. He asked me to clip, if he could clip one of the segments from our show. And I just full disclosure, guys, if you want to clip anything from this show, you don't have to ask me, you don't have to tweet me, DM me, just go ahead, clip it. Do what you want to do. Spread the message, as they say. So Egg Picker reached out. He was like, I want to make a clip of that April segment of her raking leaves. So I just want to play a little bit of this. Acknowledge Egg Picker doing some really good work over there at the Egg Picker YouTube channel. Go subscribe today. And it features me. So it's all the way. It just, I guess, very full circle, as they say. So this is Sir Egg Picker covering Aaron April, making a clip featuring Win by 2 Radio. Thought it was very funny. So let's watch a little bit of it. I want to get into my first drink here of tonight. And let's see what this Egg Picker is all about. If you like his work, definitely go subscribe. We're not going to watch the whole thing. It's 11 minutes. We'll watch this Chris Rock segment and then my segment. Let's check it out. Egg Picker.
Okay? There is no equality in a relationship. It's like, we equal, say that.
Hold on, I just realized I didn't share my screen, did I?
I can see it, yeah.
Oh, you can see it?
Yep.
All right. Sorry about that. Here we go, guys.
You're both there to serve. You are in the service industry, okay? That's right. When you're in a relationship, you're in a band. You're in a fucking band. And when you're in a band, you have roles that you play in the band. Sometimes you sing lead, and sometimes you're on tambourine.
Cheers, guys.
That's a
And
great
if you're
line.
on tambourine, play it right. Play it right. Play it with a fucking smile. 'Cause
Yeah, this whole Chris Rock bit is hilarious. Hilarious in and of itself.
Yeah, but that's great insight. Is like you're not always a star. Sometimes you're the tambourine player, and play that motherfucker like it's the most important tambourine in the world.
Exactly. Let's keep playing.
nobody wants to see a mad tambourine player. That's right. If you're gonna play tambourine,
I think it's hilarious when you hear the crowd laughing back. They sound like, chipmunks that are just like, took too much helium in and now they can't control their laughter. It's all very funny shit.
you play that motherfucker right.
For the George Foreman movie.
You can have yourself a
So
little.
this was our stream
I will
from
say that,
Friday.
yesterday was extremely boring for me, so I need to find a way to entertain myself.
Did you
Me
miss
watching me.
Oh,
missed-
Aaron's bored when I'm not home.
I missed April, and I don't think we're gonna have time for a lot of breakfast.
I
or
just
anything like
cheers.
that
Yes,
before
we are.
Oh, I thought you were taking off right away.
So basically, I raked for 8 hours yesterday. Now it's
She raked for 8 hours yesterday.
while he sits there and plays, internet broadcaster from his basement, she's out there fucking raking twigs up, getting piles of leaves together, power washing the sides of their house, cutting the grass. I mean, we all kind of already knew this, but to hear her say it, it's just, it's very jaw-dropping. It's like, you're raking for 8 hours? What are you doing with the rake in your hand for 8 hours? I've raked before. I'm sure many of you have. 8 hours? That's insane. I would hire somebody at that point. So not only did she rake for 8 hours, she does this as well.
So you get the point. I don't want to really just play my own videos back to me, but I just thought this was completely fucking hilarious. The only thing I wish watching this, after watching this back and kind of absorbing it for what it's worth, I'm like, damn, man, I really wish I could actually talk like this, in real life. I wish I had 2x speed capabilities, like when I needed to,
Yeah, but what's funny about it is we watched the Dave Chappelle and then the clip of you,
Chris Rock,
doing what Egg Picker does, but it's not near as funny as when he does it to Steeltoe. When he does it to Steeltoe, dude, it's fucking hilarious.
Dude, it's the only way I could watch Steeltoe. Like I said, I mean, any other way you try to watch Steeltoe, I mean, if you don't speed it up, or somebody's not hate watching and you're not watching through an eyes of a hate watcher, it's just all very, very repetitive, shit filled with narcissistic traits, just a lot of just boring material. And, Egg Picker named this whole, Steeltoe clipping that he does the Steeltoe Coping Show. So check him out on YouTube, Egg Picker, 668 subs. Boost him up if you want Steeltoe content. He's also doing some MLC Chad stuff. It's all very funny. 2x speed is the way to go.
He's very good. I just want to say that we don't go around sucking guys' dicks here or whatever, but that shit's pretty funny what he's been doing.
Yeah, it's all been funny. Like I said, when I watch that back, listen to myself in 2x speed, I'm like, geez, man, like, is there a way I could, install a machine into my throat and get me to talk in 2x speed? Like, what are my options? So I could speak fast, or at least have the option to, because you don't always want to speak fast. I think that would drive anybody crazy. If that was like your just baseline, go to is just 2x speed. So
we have to talk to Brian about that, because that one episode where I was super drunk, he sped me up to 1.5, so I sounded like I was right on time with everyone else. It was pretty funny.
Where the famous Jake Hudson line, RIP Jake Hudson, his YouTube channel, In the Gutter, if you guys missed that on Friday. Jake Huston, everyone calls him Jake Hudson, but it's actually spelled Jake Husden. But Jake Husden's YouTube channel was completely nuked off the face of the existence of YouTube. So it's gone. And but that was the famous Jake Husden line when he asks you if you have any like mental or mentally, what do you say? Are you mentally challenged?
If I was mentally challenged.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, man, it's all very fun shit. So yeah, go subscribe to Egg Picker over there on YouTube, and wherever Jake Husden at, give him a sub as well. I actually seen a clip from Melton on Friday. I didn't watch Nobody Likes Onions on Friday, but I seen a clip, man, where Melton was going off on Jake Husden and a couple other people too. Fatty Melt, he was given a tongue lashing too. Like I said, Jake Husden, I mean, he was completely chewing him out. And, it was just all very bizarre. I'm like, geez, what the fuck did they do to deserve this shit?
Melton, I don't know about that guy. I don't want to say anything bad about him because, like I said, I don't know. But Melton is he's a weird onion. I'm peeling off the layers on this.
Peeling the layers, I like it. Yeah, he actually went bad on Ray too, which we'll be getting into. So I want to play this clip before we get into Ray. April, do you have any thoughts or concerns? Thank you, April. As always, contributing nothing to the show. We appreciate you joining us and flying all the way to Minnesota for a measly $50. But yeah, so we have a clip. I wanted to play this. I wanted to start getting into this guy and kind of, change it up a little bit. But so you guys may know him from the Shuli Network. So the Shuli Network, I mean, they feature a lot of guys: Kevin Dombrowski, Ray DeVito, Bob Levy, obviously Shuli, producer Joe. I mean, the cast of characters on the Shuli Network. I mean, there's a lot of them. But this guy in particular, he does a lot of the Shuli shows: Miserable Men, the Uncle Rico Show, the BS Show, not Total BS, just BS Show. And so his name is Mike Morse. Now, Soft, I'll ask you this: what do you know about Mike Morse? Do you know anything that we should know before we dive into this? It's just one clip, and then I want to show you guys a little something that I found, which was pretty fun.
I hate to say it because I don't want to always be like, oh, fuck this guy and fuck that guy or whatever. But what I know about Mike Morse is he's the worst guy on the Shuli Network. That's what I know about him.
Well, in all fairness, it's like he was almost like Corey was on Steeltoe, but then, you know, you give Corey his own YouTube channel and he kind of, you see what, well, actually, no, I won't say that because he hasn't sunk. Because, you know, I'm on the record saying Kuck is the best show. So I'll retract that statement. But Mike Morse, you know, it's almost like Shuli and Levy. They're the two stars. They're the rock stars. And, I say that term loosely. But they're the rock stars of that YouTube channel. People are going there for them two specifically. Whereas Mike Morse is just a face on a camera. He doesn't really have many lines. When he does, it kind of just gets like poo-pooed and looked over as if it's very meaningless. It doesn't, hold any weight. He doesn't know what he's talking about. They don't set him up for success is what I'm trying to say.
No. He is strictly there as like a yes man, only to agree, not to offer opinion or commentary about anything. He's supposed to go, surely, Bob, you're super funny and correct.
Right. So you're absolutely right. You're hitting it, the nail on the head there. But I didn't know. I got a video from Shuli's Anonymous, and I'm not subscribed to Shuli's Anonymous on Reddit. So I don't even know how this made its way into my feed, but somehow it did. And Shuli's Anonymous, I guess, is kind of similar to Dabbler's Anonymous, maybe. You could correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, that's what I was going to say is it probably made its way to you because of me, because I am associated with the Anonymouses.
Right. Alcoholics Anonymous, Dabblers Anonymous, all the above.
Guys in that world know me.
Right. So, I get this clip, and what we find out about Mike Morse, I don't think, we would have ever found out on the BS show or on Miserable Men or any of these other shows. Because, like I said, he doesn't really get a chance or an opportunity to kind of give us any insight into his world. So, Mike Morse, we get this clip from Shuli's Anonymous, and he's actually, well, I'll just let the clip speak for itself, and we'll comment on it later after the clip is over. Let me just close that. Boom. All right, here we go. So this is Mike Morse. By the way, I fixed my, if you remember the last couple of shows, I would bring clips over here and it was lagging and starting and stopping. I fixed that. So I'm very happy and pleased with that. So let's check it out. Hopefully this Reddit doesn't fail me. Mike Morse, this is an interview on a YouTube channel that got 25 views. The title of this interview or podcast or whatever they call it is called Noshing with Mike Morse, co-writer and co-illustrator of Ha Ha History. So I guess Mike Morse has a book, which I had no clue that Mike Morse was a writer and an illustrator and an author.
Right. He is handing out comedy advice, as I understand it. He's going to tell you how to write jokes and whatnot.
Right. And that's what we're going to find out here. So let's check it out. Mike Morse.
Also, you consult and teach, too, because you have writefunny.net. So there are people that can check in with you and learn how to write comedy.
Yeah. A lot of comedians, they'll have an idea and they don't know how to put it into a bit. I'll help them with that. Whatever they need. I just got a client today that, two, I'm doing writing a roast for a politician.
So he has clients so he's teaching comics. This guy that doesn't, barely says any words, any sentences, any phrases on the Shuli Network is now, we find out he's coaching. He's a comedic coach, and he's getting ready to write a roast for politicians.
Which this is funny is because the politicians he'll be writing for are obviously like hyper local. You know what I mean? It's state reps or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's not writing them for the Republican National Convention or any bullshit like that. You know?
Now imagine if he's writing for like Trump or DeSantis, and he's like, he gives them all their fucking notes, and he's like the guy that no one sees behind the scenes, but he's really like Mike Morse is like the brilliance behind it all.
Yeah, the funny thing to me is because I recognize it's this hyper local thing, and he probably doesn't know anything about any of these politicians either. These are just boilerplate stock jokes, you know?
Yeah, very surface level. It's very clean. Yeah, you know who would do a good from some comedic coaching? Very clean in this manner is Sir Ray DeVito.
I'm coming. I'm gay as hell.
Ray DeVito is a very clean comic. Doesn't like to push the boundaries. Kind of likes to sit right on that fence. Actually, you don't even like to sit on the fence, man. Like Ray DeVito is actually scared of being a fence sitter. He can't make up his mind what side he wants to be on, and for that, man, he's getting a lot of backlash. But I bet you Mike Morse would be the perfect guy to kind of coach Ray DeVito into being the star that Ray always dreamed about.
Oh yeah, he'll coach him right into being that lily in the middle that never tilts either way and just tries to survive on its own. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to grow. I don't want to have any enemies. I don't want to.
Why won't you love me?
Right. I don't want to have enemies either, but I wouldn't let that stifle what I say.
Right. Real quick, I seen from Sam V's that shout out to the person who posted this video. So I do want to give a quick shout out to Toucan Sambo, which is, I believe, a mod over in the Steeltoe Boring Reddit.
He is, and I'm glad you said that because I was going to say it if you didn't. Toucan Sambo is the man, dude. He's around in a bunch of different iterations, but if you look for him, you'll see him everywhere. He's a good egg.
Yeah, okay, so let's get back into this. Mike Morse. So we're going to find out, we're going to get a little bit of insight into Sir Michael Morse.
That's going to be doing some political roast, and I just started writing for a ventriloquist, and
so he's writing for ventriloquist
material for her and her puppets. So
you're writing for both of them.
Yeah, it's kind of like writing a sitcom because you have two people talking, so you just let it go. And
so he makes the analogy for writing comic jokes, comedic jokes in general. He makes the analogy that writing for a ventriloquist and their puppet is similar to writing for a sitcom.
Which is ridiculous. Ridiculous, dude. It's so dumb. He obviously... I don't know his life, but I can't feel like he's really done any professional writing if he thinks those are the same things. You know who writes for a ventriloquist? Fucking Bedabbler. Tukey.
Right, Tukey. Right, exactly. Shout out to Tukey, by the way, doing the Lord's work over there. Stream sniping Chad, who's stream sniping MLC. Tukey does Chad or whatever. I believe it's something. But yeah, Bedabbler and Tukey, check those guys out. Now, but yeah, so Mike Morse... he makes this crazy analogy, like, oh, it's apples to apples. That when I write for this puppet, this this sock puppet, it's somehow on the same level. It's equivalent to writing for like something like Seinfeld or Friends or 30 Rock or one of these shows. It's like that. I mean, that's like you said, dude. I mean, that's such a ridiculous asinine statement. But people, I mean, apparently he's got a politician and a roast coming up for politicians, and he's writing for ventriloquist puppets and, sock puppets and all this crazy shit. So people are obviously taking his advice. I mean, it's pretty bizarre. It's pretty bizarre. So let's check it out. Mike Morse, let's finish out this clip. There's only a couple more seconds left.
Yeah.
We should also point out that, or I should also point out, I hate it when we do the royal we.
We can both do it. No, we'll both point it out.
Mike Morse is the one who populated the theory that funny is usually in threes, and because of his name, it's usually dots or dashes.
and that doesn't even get a laugh. It's just like he just stone faced there, like I will say nothing. Like, so
yeah, that was a terrible punchline. But we all know, everyone knows the comedy of threes, right? Mike Morse didn't obviously create it, so he was going for the joke, but he didn't have a punchline.
that is what they call in the business a swing and miss. So Mike Morse is somebody, like I said, I want to start getting into. I feel like he hasn't gotten the proper coverage, only because he doesn't say much. But when he's not doing, Shuli Network related things, he is going around doing these, interviews for, 26 people, which probably 16 of them are friends and family that he just shares a link in a group thread. And it's like, yo, check out my latest podcast. I absolutely crush it. You actually hear me talk. Shuli's not fucking saying, taking the words out of my mouth or giving me the Crowder light. So yeah, check it out. He's got this group thread. It's pretty bizarre. Just ask him about it. I guarantee he'll let you know. But yeah, so that's Mike Morse. He also has a website, which I was going to get into, but it's actually very boring. I
had a good idea about that Crowder light thing.
What's that?
Because it's so funny. Like, Dave Landau is from Detroit, and I support my Detroit guys no matter what. I want to get one here. I want to get a big red one right above me. When you go on a rant, it just goes off, and then the whole audience can see the red light where I got to shut up.
Well,
it'll
have to be. I'm thinking, like, if you hit the button, whether it's whether it's in my studio or yours, whenever that button is actually pressed, there's like alarm bells going off. There's red lights, fire lights, smoke coming out the walls, like all this crazy shit. I mean, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right.
I can't imagine that. Like Landau said, I know this is your show, and if you're going off on something, I know to hang back and let you finish your thoughts. That's right. What I'm not calling myself a pro, but that's what pros do. They read the room and understand their role and do it.
Soft guy's like, I'm not calling myself a pro, but I mean, if I were, this is what pros do.
That's how you that's how you figure it out.
Right.
If you said, look, I got a light because you don't get it, I would be like, this motherfucker. What the fuck?
Well, speaking about
that's what it is. It's a shut up light.
Speaking about pros, let's go to the pro herself, Miss April. What do you have to say about pros and red lights? Again, not adding very much to the conversation, little at all. April, we will come back to you for your thoughts and analysis coming up here soon. Yeah, so that is Mike Morse. Now, do you know this Potsdam, PA thing that's coming up? I believe it's this Friday, May the 13th. I'm curious to see anyone out in the audience. Are you guys going to this Pottstown Softcast? Are you buying a ticket? Are you coming to Pottstown? A lot of big comics like Mike Morse, Ray DeVito, Shuli, Levy, Anthony Cumia, all these guys are going to be there.
It's the big Shuli Fest, right?
Yes, ShuliCon, as they say.
Yeah, that's I feel like, and I don't know, maybe it'll sell out, but I feel like it's going to be a disappointment if they think it'll get what DabbleCon got. I really do.
I was actually thinking about going. Real quick, Sam V says, "Wow, April's very smart with info," and then TK Suso says, "Softcast is a hologram."
Yeah. Because it's my image. See.
He's actually. This is actually an AI bot of Softcast. Chris says Softcast is a concept, basically an idea or thought. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's just a figment of our imaginations.
I like that better than being an actual person. I'm just a concept.
Right. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, but so I was actually thinking about going to Pottstown. I'm curious to see if I'll see anyone out there. Of course, I won't be looking like this. I would be going in full disguise mode. I might be wearing my Aaron M. Hold mask that I've developed here to disguise myself when I walk around town or in the city, and people might confuse me for a professional broadcaster. I could be like, yeah, check me out, Steeltoe Morning Show. I do everything. We cover topics and comedy. It's a whole big thing. Check me out. But
wait, there's no better time than right now, because I was thinking about doing it, and you're talking about going to Pottstown. I think it's August 15th. WATP will be here in Detroit. It will be huge. I'm inviting Brian and Shayna.
Look at this shit.
You should come here as well. I'll get a big Airbnb for all of us. We'll all have our own rooms. It'll be a nice weekend. We'll be right by the venue.
So we might have to check that out. But now that's the second plug. Softcast has somehow slid right in there. I like your fucking style when you do that. You just come out of left field.
You're right. I'm plugging other people's shit though, not my shit.
Well, yeah, this is true, man. This is true. Yeah. So I guess WATP Con August 15th, and then 2 days before that, the offer still stands, guys. If you want to get a hold of me, winby2radio@gmail.com. But the offer still stands if anyone is in the Greater St. Cloud area. What is it? August 13th. And is able to get any footage of either Aaron. I want footage of Aaron. That's what I want. That is the biggest cash reward I will, be giving out. $500 for any footage of Aaron doing comedy or any sort of emceeing or anything on stage. If you're in that St. Cloud area and want to make a few dollars, the offer. I mean, this is a serious offer. This is not some gimmick, not some gag. This is serious. And then if you get any other footage from like Gino or Keanu, if you can get footage Keanu, that might be the second highest paying, because there's actually, to date, there's no footage of this Keanu C. Thompson actually performing comedy. I mean, for all we know, she performs comedy just like, me or you. It's non-existent. So we'll have to check that out. But so winby2radio@gmail.com. Get a hold of us today. Amy Elizabeth says Mike might have been, and coming in with $1.99, we appreciate that. It says Mike might have been Sal's comedy coach on Stern.
There's a guy I follow on Twitter. I think his name is Sam Corley. It's not important, but he professes to teach people comedy, and he reminds me of Mike Morse.
Don't you feel like though? I mean, because I didn't know this was a thing, but teaching somebody comedy, it's like you either have it or you don't. Like you're either born funny or you're not funny. There's no I could teach you how to be funny. If you can't be funny, there's nothing I could do or say. I mean, you could take the world's best comic, like a Chappelle or Louis C.K. You could put them in a room with a schlub who knows nothing about being funny, and no matter how much they teach them, I mean, they won't get any funnier.
No, and you could take a person that writes a million good jokes but doesn't know how to deliver them, and they won't be funny on stage. No. You know what I mean? You gotta have something. I'm not saying I do. That's why I'm not a stand-up comic, because I'm not saying I do. But you can't teach a person to be funny.
Right. You either got it or you don't. Let's see. I want to read a couple chats, but a couple chats. We appreciate that, Amy Elizabeth, coming in. Softcast money bags.
Because I said I'd get the Airbnb, but it's cheaper than a hotel rooms. It's not that.
And it's nice. Well, I don't know. Hotel rooms are pretty nice depending on what hotel rooms you get, but.
Yeah, last year I did the same thing in Detroit last year, and it was like a $200 a night, and the hotel room in the area would have been like $150. But for $200 a night, I was able to let some out of town guests stay the night.
The Brandon Network says, "I'll follow Shayna into a motel."
Oh, that's the funniest, creepiest tweet tonight, or comment. It's very good.
Chris says, "Agree, Jay. Carl needs to go now." So apparently, it says, and then Jay says, "Imagine being friends with Carl. Sickening. Wow."
Well, I am friends with Carl, so I guess I'm sickening.
Wow. I think so. Like Softcast's arc has been very interesting to follow. He came onto the show, and was just hated right off the bat. Not a people were behind you, and then as the weeks progressed, people got behind you. There was people rallying behind you. It seems to be like you could probably just do this show yourself, and people wouldn't even know I was gone. But
no, John, I told you, and I'm glad some people have turned on me, because I'm not afraid of the hate, but it kind of sucks to just getting told you sucked every show or whatever. But I wanted to be a second mic. I can't run a show. I can say some funny shit, during the show, but No, I can't run a show, dude. I'm happy you gave me the opportunity.
Well, we won't get all mushy mashy. Yeah, but no, but it's just funny because now you express your love for Carl, and this is somebody. Again, I don't want to get off on too much of a tangent with Carl because I want to get to some Ray DeVito stuff before Steeltoe goes live, and Gino, of course. But this is somebody who I've said, Carl does a good job on his show. Like, he knows how to, get clips ready, fucking, breeze through them. He does a lot of research. But I'm just always at the type, I always take this stance. Like, if you're going to have a show that goes after other shows, but you can't find anything wrong with, certain people because they may be your friends or they might have talked nicely about you or they had you on before, then it's like, it takes a little bit away what you're doing, trying to, roast other shows. And that's always been my biggest thing with Carl. I mean, he does a good job, but specifically when it comes to Steeltoe, it's like, man, you've had your time now and you haven't said nothing about Steeltoe. So that's always been my biggest thing with Carl.
Well, and that's my biggest riff with Carl right now. And I've told him that it's like, you and I both know Steeltoe sucks, dude, and you don't cover it.
Right.
I've told him that many times. That's my big riff with him right now. We're still friends. I talk to him. But yeah, I think he's wrong on Steeltoe, and I think he's kind of being a pussy not covering it.
Jay says, quit the friendship softcast. You're better than him. Wow. The Brandon Network says Carl kills comedy. Jay says John is 100% right. Carl is where laughs go to die. Where'd that go? Chris says Carl needs a lobotomy, somebody says.
I see Granny in the chat said, we riding this ride. I don't know what that means, Granny. Yeah, I'm riding my ride.
Riding the ride, as it were. But yeah, so the Carl shenanigans will continue. Can you just lower a little bit more because I'm hearing myself come back, like every a couple words there. That should be better though. Yeah, I think that's better. All right, I want to get into this Ray DeVito stuff that we have set up for everyone here tonight. So, have you been following this Ray DeVito arc over the weekend?
I have. It's almost been too hard to follow because it's jumped everywhere. I'm not sure what Ray was trying to do, but it seemed like he was trying to be everywhere to get people to understand his point of view. Yeah. And he went everywhere going, no, look, this is what I was saying.
I think Ray did like 4 or 5 podcasts this weekend, and I extended the offer for Ray to come on the show and try to clear up a little bit of what was happening. But Ray's biggest thing, he like I said, he's done like 3, 4, 5 podcasts, and I don't think anything was accomplished in those 3 or 4 podcasts. I think he just said a whole bunch of stuff, and he didn't really, understand what he was saying. I mean, the thing in specifically was the video that B. Dabbler put together and then Melton reposted about whether or not Chad called Levy on, I believe it was Tuesday, and said, you're fucking dead. Now, this video has been put out, and my biggest question with this video, we'll play this, and we got some Ray DeVito clips. My biggest question with this video, it's all legit. It's a real video. There are 2 clips taken, one taken from MLC, one taken from Mondays with Mazer. They're put together for one video, and then it's they're synced up apparently. But there's no, at least from what I've seen, there's no actual time. You know what I mean? So Chad, when did Chad go live? What time did Chad go live, and what time was that call made? Is my biggest question. I will preface this by saying this: do I think that was Chad calling Bob Levy? No, I don't think so. I don't think Chad's that dumb to just have called Levy and kind of. Said what he said with no, I guess, sort of way to make it a payoff.
Yeah, I hate. It's almost like sounding like a dick sucker here or something, so I hate to do it.
Well, then don't do it.
Well, no, I know El Horrible, and he wouldn't fake shit. The guy his job is video production.
No, not that it's fake. I'm not saying it's fake at all. I mean, it's
he could fake all of it. The thing is he found it, he said it, and then people start going, oh, it's, it's fake video, his lining up or whatever. No, this shit is totally legit. And I know it also because I was watching the live feeds. I know.
Yeah, but see, the problem is, like I said, there's nowhere on this video, at least I don't think, or at least I didn't catch, where there's actually a specific time. There's no, it's like, okay, MLC at 6:27 was saying this, and Chad went live at 6:28. So, there was a minute or whatever. They went live at the same time. Or rather, MLC was ending and then Chad was going live at the same time. So there's no possible way that this, could have been even possible.
Yeah, and he mentioned it on his show. He was like, well, I could have put in timestamps for whatever I want, but why would I? Because they don't prove anything. I know the guy as exposing real videos and putting them out as they are for you to decide what you think. And I just don't think he would fake it. I know he wouldn't fake a video. You know what I mean? And like I said, I was watching those shows when Chad went off air. I was like, holy shit, he's going live again in a couple seconds. So I was there. I saw it.
Yeah, he definitely went live. The specific question I would like to know, and like I said, I'm not saying the video is real. It's 100% two clips one taken from MLC, one taken from Chad, put together as one video, synced up. But we don't have the specific like Eastern time, like I said, 6:28 Eastern time. This is when this happened. It's just here's the videos. You guys be the judges.
Right.
So
right. Everyone could say, "Oh, I don't know," until the end. But I think people that were watching know.
Well, even them. I mean, if they weren't looking at their clocks, then why would they be looking at their clocks? It's like, how would you wouldn't know? I mean, even if it was a minute off, it's still. You would need someone there who was filming the clock while filming the video.
Right. You're absolutely right. There's no way to be 100% on it.
So that's kind of where I'm at. B Dabbler, I think, is in the chat there. It says, the moment Chad snipes into their stream, that's live. Peers say it was 5:34 p.m. It doesn't matter. I lined it up at the moment Chad sniped into their stream.
Oh, hey, wait. Junior Coltrane just said, the call sounds exactly like Ski Mask, and Ski Mask admitted to it. So Softcast didn't see Chip Punk. Well, if it was Ski Mask, then it wasn't Bedabbler, right?
Well, it definitely, yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't know, but again, I'm not questioning whether or not the video was real or fake. It's 100% real. I'm just curious to see what time. Now, Bedabbler is saying something about 5:34 p.m. And that's all fine and good. But he said, I lined it up, and at the moment, Chad sniped into their stream. Like I said, I mean, I don't want to get too far off in the weeds. This is what caused Ray DeVito to get a fucking, a tongue lashing from every which way. I'm just saying this was a question that I had in mind because I didn't actually know the times. I was looking in the description, looking other places, and I couldn't find a definitive time. So if it was both at 5:34, then it could line up. But I don't know. I have no idea.
I'll just say this, and this is my only proof, is I've known El Horrible and OJ for a long time, and they never post fake shit.
Right.
I've known them for a long time, and they haven't, to my knowledge, ever posted fake shit. So I would tend to agree someone that, is someone who I know to have always been honest, post something, I'll believe it.
So Ray, Ray had a similar concern this past weekend, and it's one thing. Me and you were kind of bringing it up, brushing it off within 5 or 10 minutes. Ray was on so he did MLC twice. He did MLC Friday and he did MLC last night. Then he did a rock bottom with Carlos Danger, and he did a rock bottom with himself last night, which we were in the chat kind of making him sing karaoke and do all this weird shit we're going to cover here in just a second. But, sorry, there's still some volume coming back. I don't know what the fuck is happening or why that's happening. But Ray, like I said, he's on 4 podcasts, and this was his biggest question. He couldn't pick a side, was saying the video was fake, but the call was real, and he couldn't really come to a conclusion, and this caused everyone to kind of fucking drop Ray. Kevin Brandon shitting on him, didn't pay him for Friday's MLC. Patrick Melton calls into Ray's stream and says pretty much, fuck you, you're a dumbass. Like, we're done, delete my number. Bob Levy's just too stoned to actually know what the fuck is actually happening, so he's just like, whatever, Ray, just stop bringing it up already. And everyone else, I mean, in the live chat, I think the live chat is pretty much turning on Ray at this point. Even Carlos Danger, somebody who is, you know, a Ray advocate, is now starting to build up a lot of frustration to one Ray DeVito. So I want to play this. This is from Everybody Hates Ray. This was this past Saturday, last night, Ray DeVito streamed. And we were in there soft. We were kind of mixing it up, like I said. But I just want to see how this plays out. Ray kind of talking himself into a hole. Then Melton's going to call him, kind of curse him out, tell him to go fuck himself. And a lot of interesting stuff transpires here. Ray's going to do karaoke for us. So let's check it out. This is Ray DeVito from last night. Wait, what was that?
I just said, this is good. This is funny.
All right, so check it out. Let's watch. We'll go to the first clip here. Oh, wait. Ray DeVito actually did send me, he says, send me the link. I could join you for a few minutes. Would you want to bring in Ray DeVito? And Soft walks away. I mean, you can't write this shit, folks. April, what do you have to say?
I thought you were going to play the video. I thought I had a second.
You totally missed it. I said, so sorry. April just chimed in with absolutely nothing again. Thank you, April. We'll take it back to you shortly. Ray DeVito actually just messaged me on Twitter, says, send me the link. I could join for a few minutes. Would you like to bring Ray DeVito on, Softcast?
Oh, I want to have Ray on. Yeah, I think we couldn't shit on him more than his friends do. You know what I mean? I just want to talk to him because he's been taking a lot of heat. Wow, this weekend was terrible for Ray.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm trying to make I'm trying to, I'm in Ray's corner here, man. I feel like everyone was very harsh on him. And Ray doesn't know how any of this stuff works, man. He's just trying to, make another day, make another dollar another day, And, he's harmless at the end of the day. But let's call him. Let's get it right from the horse's mouth, quite literally. We'll get Ray DeVito online. Hopefully he has his Skype. Ray, if you're listening, get that Skype all dialed in. We will call you right now. Let's check it out. Raymond DeVito. So I don't think he has a Skype lined up. I'm going to message him real quick. Sorry, I'm texting Ray DeVito right now. We'll get him on the show. I'll have to call Softcast back up too. Sorry, give me 1 second, Soft. It just goes to the other screen. I have to merge the calls here. I'm currently messaging Ray right now as we speak. Trying to get him on. I can't be... Soft is not even there. There he goes. What's that song by... I think it's Poison? Or it's not Poison. There I go again on my own. Walking down the only road I ever known. That's Softcast. Just gone. He's pooping, somebody says. We're all boomers. Nobody knows who it works. B Dabbler, God bless you. The Brandon Network. Fuck you saying? Slower Ray got to get out of the truck cab. All right, come on, Ray. He says, send me a link. We don't do links. We do Skypes. Jeff Closer says, send Melton a link. Melton doesn't do shows on a whim. It's a fake Skype call. No, this isn't Ray, Kinky Loco. This is Softcast. He decided, fuck this show. White Snake, W-Man says, thank you, White Snake. Thank you, guys. And Kmart Ready, both say White Snake. And Jeff Closer, White Snake. Everyone says White Snake. Yuchi says White Snake. Okay, it's White Snake. Thought it was Poison or White Rob Zombie or something. Grandpa Punk Ray. We're trying to get Ray DeVito on Softcast.
I really had to pee. I thought it was like radio where we went to a commercial and I had a minute.
Oh, did someone say commercial break?
We like it when you listen or watch. KCUK. Find us on the web at kcuk.life or anywhere else your wife's making movies. Long, hard days deserve long, hard deeds. KCUK.
KCUK, everybody. A Corey Adam podcast. All right, what the fuck is going on here, Ray? All right, so Soft, if the call drops out or it goes on mute again, I'll merge the calls so you and Ray can both be in here.
All right.
I'm going to try Ray one more time. I just messaged him. He hasn't read it, so let's see. Ray, if you're in this chat room, Ray, get your Skype working. Nothing. I'll message him here on Skype. Sorry about this, guys. We're trying to get the one Ray DeVito on the show. I just tried calling him back, but there's no answer. He hasn't read this the Twitter. I just messaged him on Skype, but to nothing yet here.
Oh, Ray. He is I like the guy. I can't help it. He's a wishy-washy, almost wormy in a kind of way. He won't just say what he wants to say. But he's a nice guy. I don't know he's nice. I think he seems very nice to me. And so I like him. Even though he's kind of a pussy. He needs to tell more people to fuck off.
Well, that's the thing. That's people's biggest gripes. It's like, you know, you need to be able to draw a line in the sand and tell people, like, you know, if they're, you know, if they're making you uncomfortable or deriving you from your show, or tell them to piss off, man. Like, you don't have to, like, again, in life, and I've said this time and time again, but in life, people aren't always going to like you. People aren't here to fucking, you know, make sure you feel comfortable day in and day out and say things that don't hurt your feelings. Like, people, you know, there's going to be, you know, you're going to be at odds with people along the lines. Like, so the same applies for Ray, man, in this podcasting world. You know, you claim, you know, you're new to this show, or you're new to this kind of thing, this podcasting, you know, space. And that's going to be the biggest thing, man. It's nothing like comedy, where everyone in comedy, I feel, or most of the people in comedy, they yes end because they're trying to get another gig booked. They're trying to, you know, land another commercial. They're trying to land another TV show, whatever the case may be. So they got to be on their best behavior, and they have to almost get along to go along to get along, as they say. But in podcasting, man, throw all that out the window and just speak what's on your mind, right? You know, you don't have to pick a side. But, you know, I could rant all the live long day, but whatever Ray decides to do is what Ray decides to do. And I'm trying to get him on this fucking show here, but like, he messaged me at 7:22, says, send me a link. I could join for a few minutes. I messaged him back at 7:25, say, do you have Skype? And he hasn't even read it. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, we could cover his clips until he texts back. I guess let's just do that. We'll cover his clips until Ray calls back.
Let's go through our Ray content.
Yeah.
Until he comes back, and we'll see.
Yeah, because he'll definitely read it. It's just probably he's getting a beer ready, getting his, you know, laptop set up or something. So let's check it out. This is let me go back to my clips.
So, see, people need to realize we offered Ray the opportunity to come on front-loaded before we went into his clips. Right. We're not trying to blindside him. I'd rather have him here to talk to us about him.
Let's go to the first clip. We'll do 138. And this is just an insight of Ray's weekend this past weekend. Kind of what everyone's kind of pissed at him about and how he's feeling about the whole thing. So check it out. Got to go to 138 here. 137 will work. Ray DeVito.
Know this.
Take it away.
And Patrick Melton, I do like you. You might hate my guts, but I like you, you son of a bitch. You can hate me. I'm used to it. I grew up in a house where everyone in my household hated me. Yeah, so I'm used to it. Everyone hating my guts. And I do.
So again, it's like, he's used to everybody hating his guts. So right now, to him, like this is just a normal day for Ray. And again, it's like, the self-deprecation, man. I mean, it's very, very strong in this one.
Yeah, a lot of the funny I come off with it is making fun of myself because I know I'm a character and a joke too. And I like self-deprecating humor. Who doesn't?
And I do too. So let me specify. Like, there's a difference between like self-deprecating humor, kind of making fun of yourself, but I think deep down, Ray kind of lets his almost like April in a sense, where she lets her like quirks and lets her, how she's actually feeling out time to time. I think Ray is doing a little bit of that here, and because the dude had a fucking harsh weekend, man. I mean, everybody, turned on him.
He got destroyed this weekend. It was brutal to watch.
Yeah,
dude. He got hit hard.
You start feeling bad after a while. It's like, Jesus Christ. All right, let's keep
Do you think the video's real? I do think.
All right, so there he is. He just said, yo, perfect. Let's get him on the phone. Let's stop covering him. Let's bring on the man of the hour. And Soft, I'll have to merge you back in here. All right, Ray DeVito coming on. Says, yo, let me just be like calling. I'll just call him. I'm not going to message him saying calling. Just call him. And, okay, didn't answer. Oh, wait. Ray DeVito, are you there?
What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Good. What's up? What's going on with you guys?
Not too much. Hold on, let me just add Soft Weekly into the call. That's my co-host. This is not like a gotcha sort of thing. All right, so Soft, are you here, Soft?
Yeah, can you see me? I can only see myself.
Can't see you, no. So bottom right, where it says more, you'll see audio and video settings. You got to click more. Click on audio and video settings, and you should see like how to set up your camera and your audio and stuff.
Yeah, I see me. I hit more. It says captions, snapshot, background, turn off incoming video. All right, I see your screen now.
Okay, yeah, we're still not seeing you. Let me see if
I see your screen now. Don't see you.
Oh, you see my screen? You don't?
Yeah, I see you watching my seeing my picture.
Here, let me do this because I don't think Softcast is in here either. Let me just try hanging up this call, and I'll call you right back. So here, we'll call Ray first.
All right. I see it. I got it. I think I got it figured out.
Yeah, there you are. All right, Ray DeVito, everyone. Let's go. All right, now let's see if we can't get on Softcast, and then we will be rocking and rolling, as they say. Let's add to the call Soft. Now it's just loading, so we'll give him a second to turn in. But how's everything going, Ray? Any better from this past weekend? I mean, you took a fucking beating this weekend. How you doing, man? You holding up?
Hey, yeah, I'm all right. I take none of this serious. It's all right. This podcast life. So yeah, it's all right.
So I guess it would be foolish of me, or maybe you would, you feel maybe uncomfortable about giving us your thoughts and opinions on this video. Or do you still stand here today saying it's fake, or you kind of moved on from this whole thing? Like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like,
no, it's not fake. It's a real video. I believe the video is real.
It's real.
Yeah.
So we can confirm it here. The video.
Yeah,
okay, perfect. That's kind of all, what everyone, I mean, everyone is very upset with you. And I started to feel for you a little bit, man. It's just like,
it's all good. I'm fine.
Hold on. So Soft didn't answer here. We'll call him back later on another time. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Skype. I know you're pressed with time. But yeah, man. So I wanted to get your thoughts on opinions, everything that's going on. Are you doing some shows tonight? I mean, what's going on? You got some gigs?
Yeah. I'm gonna ride my bike to Brooklyn Comedy Club, Old Man Hustle. I got to be there in about an hour.
In an hour, okay.
I'm gonna ride my bike. Yeah.
It's
like a 35-minute bike ride, so that's why I got to roll here a little bit.
What is Brooklyn Hustle?
Brooklyn Comedy Club.
Oh,
It's the bar's called Old Man Hustle. It's in Williamsburg.
Oh, wait, here we got Softcast coming. Okay, Soft just joined out of the pure blue, out of nowhere.
Softcast, who I saw on one of your podcasts before, says he is not a fan of my stand-up comedy.
Wow.
Not a fan. Either am I. I'm also not a fan of my stand-up comedy. I've also
don't say that, Ray. See, that's the thing, man.
I'm joking. I'm
okay, all right. I'm just making sure, man. I don't want to get you too down in the dumps. You know, you start pulling some Chad Zumox where you want to buy a gun, but for all the wrong reasons. You know, I want to get you out of that headspace, man. Like, you know, we're Ray DeVito fans.
No, I'm secure in my stand-up comedy. It's fine.
Okay, it's just that outfit we have to work on.
Ray, I just want to say.
No, it's Bad News Bears.
That's
brand
actually
new jersey.
I will say that's pretty fresh.
Shirt. I love the Bad News Bears. That's a cool shirt. I love it. But Ray, I want to be honest. Only so much of your stand-up is available. You know, so that's what I have to judge you on. But I've said as a person, I've seen you on our show and other shows. I've always said I don't like his comedy so much.
Guess what? I don't like your comedy. How about that?
Yeah, but I don't do comedy. But I mean, I've said I like you as a guy. I think you're funny. I really do. I think you're
It sounds good. I don't want everyone to think I'm funny, so it's fine.
Dude,
it's all good.
You're interesting to me, and I don't mean that in a malicious way. I think you're.
It sounds malicious.
I would hate to think that I'm the bad guy on this show.
Oh, you are the bad guy. You're definitely the bad guy. Someone's got to be the bad guy.
Right. You got to take some of that advice, man. Like that's the biggest thing. I think that's the biggest problem is people are very frustrated with how you won't take a side in this podcasting space. I'm not saying.
I just did. The video's real.
Okay, but that not even just with the video, just with things, in general, like with the whole Chad thing. It took you like almost 9 days to make up your mind whether or not, Chad was the bad guy in this situation. I'm not saying
Chad's always the bad guy.
Well,
we've seen enough of Chad. Chad's definitely the bad guy.
So I think that's the biggest thing with this podcast.
I think the law would say Chad is the bad guy.
Well, some would speculate for sure. I mean, the stolen credit cards. I mean, the list goes on and on. This is not a. I don't want to dig on Chad so much, but
neither. But you said who's got to be the bad guy?
Well,
I definitely believe anyone over Chad. It's like one of those things. Like, who do you think's telling the truth? Anyone who says one story or Chad?
Yeah, it's like devil or this guy. Chad is the devil. He's always going to be the one you go, fuck you.
Well, I assume Chad's lying until proven otherwise.
Sorry, I'm just trying to read some chats here. But and a lot of other things, Ray. Are you still in the doghouse, I guess, with KB? I seen your
No, we're cool.
You guys are cool. All good?
I did think he hated my guts. You understand, like, my predicament, I always got to side with, put it this way, if I got to side with Levy or Chad, I got to go Team Levy, just because, like, Levy's never screwed me over or lied or tried to hurt me. Chad has. Well, I had to quit tweeting about Chad because I put one tweet up about Chad and a bunch of comments like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Why did you jump in this game?
Right.
And so I deleted all my tweets. I'm like, all right, that makes sense. I can't be taking part of this. So
W-Man coming in with $2 says, what made him change his mind? I get so Ray, I think that's a question for you.
Like I said, I was doing my stream when I was like declaring the video was real, because at first I assumed it was real. And then like everyone in my chat, I'm brand new to this. Yes, I podcasted for a couple years, just like fooling around, but it's only been the last like 6 months where I've got a bunch of people following me and giving a shit about what I'm doing. And I just saw like 50 people in my chat saying, this video's fake. This video's fake. It never occurred to me that and then Levy and Brendan weren't mad at me when I was saying that the video's real. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's fake. And I get why Melton's mad at me, but Melton is, even if Melton's mad at me, he always knows me as a good guy. Like I was always a guy that was cool to Melton before I even knew he had a podcast. I just knew him from years earlier when he was a comedian that got screwed over. I didn't even know he lived in the New York City area. He got screwed over by a shady booker. I saw it online. I was supposed to work for that booker. And I said, dude, since you're open this weekend, I hooked him up with some pretty cool spots in New York City. So no matter what he ever thinks about me, he always has to think about me. It's like, Ray DeVito's a good guy. Because I never saw him do comedy. I was like, come do these shows. I got you, dude. Sorry you got screwed over by this booker. I heard this booker's an asshole. So he's always got to look at me as like a dude that was always cool to him. And I get why he's mad at me by saying, oh, Ray says I lied. I don't think he lied. I do believe the video's real. But when Brennan and Levy are yelling at me, I got to be Team KB and Levy over chat. If that makes sense.
No, that makes complete sense. So there's a lot of pro Levy talk in that, but I guess my question specifically would be to Kevin because obviously you're going to take Kevin's side no matter what as well. I mean, he's the one paying you. But I want to ask you, so has he paid you yet for that Friday appearance?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he has. Yeah.
We have a couple of super chats coming in. This is from Nope coming in with $2. Says, have you guys looked at Levy's kids naked on OF? So that's going around. That's something we kind of broke here. I don't want to get too involved into this because I know it'll all be weird when it gets back to Levy, and that's.
No, I never have. Even if I did see pics, I don't want to see it because it's my buddy's daughter.
Well, stepdaughter.
So even if she's, I don't care. But even if she's the most beautiful girl in the world, I don't want to look at that because it's my buddy's stepdaughter. I know Gina, and it's Gina's daughter, so I don't want to see that.
Now,
I don't want.
Is that her actual daughter? Because I've heard multiple things.
Yes, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I guess I don't know.
Well, no, the only reason why I'm asking because I've heard that that's actually not even her daughter. That's her stepdaughter.
I have no idea, dude. I mean, you're asking me stuff I seriously.
Okay, well, yeah, no, I'm just thinking out loud.
And I don't want to comment on it.
Right.
Right. I want to come out and tell you, just so you know, that you only know that I said I wasn't a fan of your stand-up.
I know this.
No, but I mean, on the show, I have said many times that I think you're a good guy. I like you.
We get this soft wee wee. Is it soft wee? Oh, soft weekly. Soft weekly. I thought it was soft wee wee.
So, it might as well be soft wee wee at this point.
That
was
soft wee wee.
Same thing. Soft wee wee.
Real quick, Doc.
Dude, that's the best joke you've laid on a.
Oh, there it is. Let's go. We're making Ray DeVito fucking funny again.
Dude, you're doing it here.
That should be your new hat, Ray. If you do a merch shop with Melton, if you can ever get back into Melton's good graces,
soft wee wee.
Well, soft wee wee, sure, but I'm thinking more make Ray DeVito funny again.
I'm fine. I'm all right.
He's like, I'm good. I'm all fine with that. Dr. Chow.
I never hate
Dr. Chow. Shout out to Dr. Chow.
Dr. Chow coming in with 199 says, play Country Club video with Ray here for comment. We'll get into that. We will get into that.
You could watch. Yeah, you could watch. I can't hang out that long, so I can't sit here and watch it with you.
That's fine.
But yeah, that's for Comedy Central's Adam TV.
Okay, that's fine. So I don't think. All right, let's do this first. Let's play this clip. We'll see if we can't get to the bottom of this and maybe straighten things out with you and Melton. But this is 54:35 on your last night stream. Melton begins to go off on you. And I just want to hear, maybe your rebuttal back to Melton. Anything changed from last night? I just want to play the clip, set it up, and then you can take the floor. This is Melton when he called into your show and gave you a tongue lashing, man. This made me a little uncomfortable.
I don't check my phone that often.
So Melton's texting you right now. Now, what's he saying in this text? Can you disclose what he said?
No, if you remember the one time he was texting me about something, and he's like, whatever you do, don't read this on air. And I'm reading it on air. And I read out, don't read this on air.
Yeah, you started to read it. I'm like, Jesus, Ray.
Yeah, that's why I didn't read it out loud while I was reading it, because I made that mistake before. And I'm not going to lie, obviously Melton's better at podcasting than me. It's not even...
Well, that's no question.
Yeah, all right, we get it. He's better than me.
You said it. I'm just taking it one step further.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's continue watching.
All right, Melton. No, quit talking. Melton's coaching me. I like this. I feel like a kid in Little League. I feel like a kid in Little League, and your dad's like, but he's very aggressive with his tips for me. Patrick Melton. He's very aggressive with his tips to me. It's like if I was his son in Little League, he'd be like, "What the fuck you doing? You know you're supposed to slide into second. Why'd you go in there standing up? Everyone knows you don't go in standing up. What the fuck? You would steal so many more bases if you just slide into second base. What the fuck is wrong with you?"
So you're going off on a tangent, and then
Melton doesn't want to come on. I sent him the link.
Melton's about to call you right here.
But
you see him texting in the chat?
Yeah, he's a
getting
bully.
there,
Am
man.
I
I'm
right?
getting there.
This Patrick
Tim
Melton,
G.
what a bully.
Bully. Yeah. So
why does Taj allege?
let me fast
that-
forward just a second. Play this call for you. Here you go.
Yo. What's up, buddy?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you?
I'm trying, man.
Dude, like you don't know anything about video editing, about streaming, about internet delays, about any of it. So shut the fuck up. Smarter people than you will come after the video if it's fucking wrong. Don't worry about it. We don't need Detective Ray pontificating about how Ray, it's not fucking funny to me. You're on the internet 2 times or for 2 hours screaming about how Melton put up a fake video and Melton's a liar.
You're not a liar, and you didn't put up a fake video.
Recalibrate your fucking self. We're done. Delete my number. Bye.
And then that's kind of all I wanted to play from that, though. So looking back in hindsight, man.
Yeah.
Because I know.
What's the question?
Well, because I know, like, dude, when you were on Melton stream, it was very, very entertaining. I think you, Melton, make a great combo. I guess what's it going to take? I know he said, fuck you, delete my number. But is there anything, like, you could do differently maybe to get back into his good graces? Anything you're willing to do? Eat a booger? I know B. Dabbler has mentioned, but, like, did Melton, offer you anything? Like, would you eat a booger for Patrick Melton?
No.
He says
Would you
no,
eat it
completely.
for B. Dabbler?
No, there's no booger eating.
I'm just trying to sort this all out, Ray, because like I said, I'm watching this last night and I start to feel like, Jesus, man, like this is very harsh. But you've since changed your stance. You've since said the video is real. After how many times have you, did you figure that out? Like how many times you actually watch it, or did you watch it?
No, it's I assume it's real. When Brennan and Levy were mad at me for saying that, then I'm assuming maybe they know something I don't know. So, but then I just saw my chat. Yeah, it's obviously real. Well, the thing that, like, first I thought Melton put up the video, which I guess he did, but I thought it was him. I now know who B. Dabbler El Horrible is, but at the time, like, I had no idea who it was. I'm like, oh no, I do remember this guy. I was on podcast before with him on WATP. And like I remember the guy, so yes, the video is obviously real, but
100%
then again,
real.
here I am in the middle, and then here I am in the middle of this thing that I kind of care about, but don't really care about. So what am I? It's like trying to defend Easter. I have no idea if there is such a thing as a Jesus that died on a Friday and came back. So like, why am I pointing anything out? I don't care in all that capacity. But everything going on between Chad and Levy is between them, and I obviously got to side with Levy. Levy's never tried to fuck me over. Chad has, so I got to go. I'm team Levy and Brennan over Chad for obvious reasons.
Okay,
That's
so
fair.
you're taking
That's fair.
Yeah.
Soft, do you have
Nothing
anything
against
to add?
Chad. I'm just saying, Chad has tried to screw me over. They never have.
Well, sure. You and Chad. I think that I said that a little bit last time. It's like after a while, you just got to pick a side, because I think the last time we had you on, you were kind of talking shit on Chad, but you were kind of not at the same time. And it's like at the end of the day, man, it would just be a lot easier if you could just fucking pick a side and just go with it. You're not gonna win anybody over sitting on the fence. Bob Levy maybe could do it, but even him, like, he gets a lot of shit. On the podcasting side, on the comedy side, man, you got to do what you got to do to get gigs, and I understand that. But on the podcasting side, I'm not saying you have to go play in the mud and roll around like Chad and KB.
I know. I'll
or any
never
of that
do
kind
that.
of shit.
I'll never do that. I don't like that stuff.
Right. But yeah, man, I know you got to
jokes, dude. Let's just write jokes. How about we just
Write
be funny
jokes.
and not try to trash each other?
Soft, do you have anything to add?
Well,
soft wee wee. What do you got?
Soft wee wee.
I don't want you to go away just because the only thing you know about me is I said I don't like your stand-up. I said a million nice things about you on this show as well, haven't I, John?
All the time. I mean, even off this show, he's like texting me late at night. He's like, "Yo, this Ray DeVito man, I see him in the stars one day."
I used to call you Ray Romano because you're so vanilla, like he is.
Wow.
Wow, from the looks of it, Ray, that was the biggest compliment.
Like your stand-up, but I like you as a person. I really do. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. I think you're funny on podcasts. I think you don't understand the podcast world, and the 95% of us that do this are like assholes.
Yeah, I think you're an asshole, not like him. No, I'm kidding. I don't. What stand-up comedy do you like, by the way? Obviously not mine. I get it. On the bottom.
I'm not in the New York market. I think Bob's funny. I don't know. I don't want to go through it all. I think a lot of people are funny. Your shit just didn't resonate.
Well, I mean, soft, it doesn't resonate, and this is no offense to Ray. Doesn't resonate with
a softie. That's right in your name that you're a softie, and here you are being hard with me.
Yeah, wait, I gotta say this right now.
Go ahead.
The reason my name is Soft is because I report on soft people. It's not because I'm soft. I report on soft people, and you are the cover of Soft Weekly, right? Every fucking
wow, you're throwing me your own name? My name is Soft.
You're fucking soft. You don't stand up for yourself. I'm
standing up for myself right now. What's up?
No, you're telling me a nobody to fuck off, but you won't tell anyone else to fuck off.
I don't dislike you. I'm just fucking with you, dude. I do not dislike you.
I'm just fucking with you, too. I'm just telling you this is what I do. I mean, yeah, you'll tell me
so
what...
you're just fucking with me. Turns out you do love my stand-up comedy? I see what you did there. I got with you.
No, I hate your stand-up comedy, Ray. I like you as a person.
Well, I don't like you as a person, but I do love your stand-up comedy. Your stand-up comedy, I think, is on point. But you as a person, no good. No bueno.
All right, well, that has to be the same, right? It doesn't matter, dude. I can... I would support you doing what you want to do because you put a lot of time into it. We've covered all your rap videos and all your other stuff you've done through the years. We watch you. We like you. I just personally do not enjoy your stand-up.
We get it. How many times you got to repeat
a bad person? But I want you to know that it doesn't mean that I don't think you're a good guy. You're the best Ray Romano since Ray Romano.
By the way,
two things could
Ray
be true
Romano's
at once.
A great comedian. I think Ray Romano's a great stand-up comic. So
yeah, he's like better stand-up than you. I'm sorry.
He is. I think his his old stand-up is great.
So
there's a reason why he caught on in the 90s.
Ray, I want to ask you about this Total BS guy, Brian and Shayna. What's can you let us into anything further? The last time I seen you, kind of were going on scorched earth with these two. But what's going on? Are you?
I don't know them from everything. I just saw them leaving negative comments about me, and at first I thought it was BS from the Shuley show.
Well,
I just thought it was their account. And then it was Carlos Danger who pointed out, no, they're just this husband and wife. They do their own podcasts. I'm wait, so these people I don't even know that are trashing me. It's like, all right, I don't, say what you want. Even you always came at me first with respect while making fun of me, while saying how much you don't like my stand-up comedy, or they just came at me just not cool. And telling me how not cool I was. So then it's like, all right, man, screw you guys. You guys don't know me in any capacity. I'm not signing off on that.
Yeah, so I just thought it was
I don't hate those guys.
This
Okay, so
is,
you don't hate. Go ahead, Soft.
I was just gonna say this is kind of undercover, so I'm speaking out of school. But I heard Shayna said she will kick your ass. She hates your comedy so much she's gonna slap the shit out of you when she sees you.
Awesome.
I've heard the same thing.
Fantastic. Great. Is that a threat? Is she going to call in and then hang up? I will slap the shit out of you. And then she's going to go live at the same time.
Now, Ray's getting it now.
Ray, I do want to appreciate you calling in, man. I know you got a gig to get to. I did want to play 1 minute of this clip. Do you have a minute you can give us?
I'm going to get ready to roll out, but you can play it while I'm gone. But this video is the first time Eric Andre was ever on Comedy Central. It was Comedy Central's Adam TV clip.
And this is the Black Country Club oblivious white guy at the ...
I definitely don't want to be on line white. I'll let you guys watch it. Have fun with it. Say whatever you want. I don't want to.
Yeah, but you put it out. I mean, it's
Yeah. I don't want to. I'm happy of it. I thought I wrote a great sketch.
But you're ready to scamper off.
Yeah. Well, I got to go hit a show. So.
Oh, it's the show. Okay, gotcha.
I got to go hit a show.
You got okay. Yeah, you got a 35-minute bike ride to the Brooklyn Comedy Club.
Oh.
You getting paid? Are you getting paid for this?
No, I'm not getting paid for this spot.
You're not getting paid for this.
No, I'm just happy to go to these spots.
Ray, I'll pay you right now, Ray, to watch this video and break it down with us. Obviously, you're not getting paid tonight, so if you want to make a couple dollars, I'll make it worth your while if you could comment and break down this video with us.
Ray, I'll throw in another 20 on whatever John wants to send you. So,
all right, can we wrap this up like within the next 20 minutes? Is that cool?
We could probably do it even before that.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go.
All right, let's do it, Ray. All right, let's check it out. This is Oblivious White Guy at the ... Now, this is an Eric Andre. He was in this, apparently, or involved in this somehow.
Yeah, he's in this. Baron Vaughn's in this. Who else is in this? A lot of good. All right. Elon White's in this. All right.
Here, I'm going to do this, Ray. Just so you know I'm not bullshitting you. I'll Cash App you right now. Is that fine, Cash App?
I don't have, I only have Venmo.
Venmo, okay. I'll do that right now. Let me let this video rock here a little bit, and then we'll get some of your comments. It's harmless, man.
Send him whatever you were plus 20, and I'll send it to you.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Black Country Club, the BCC. BCC, that's where your address goes on my emails. Escargot, that is snail.
Okay, look, this is a big deal for me, okay? This is the most prestigious minority-owned country club in the country. It's the Black Country Club, not black and dumb comments from a white guy / raps country club, okay?
Dude, I am insulted.
Okay, look, I invited you here because you're my best friend, right? You're my best friend. But sometimes you say dumb things, like the time that you told that rabbi that Mel Gibson was an underrated prophet.
Dude, Maverick was a great film. You agree.
Okay, my love for Maverick is not on trial here.
Listen, man, I'm a straight shooter, and people respect me for that. You want in this place? I will have you in today. Just.
So, like, Ray, let me just ask you this: like, who?
Yes,
thought
I know
of
it's
skit?
Central Park, not a golf course. I'm well aware of that. First of all, I will say I recognize that Central Park, not a golf course.
So, who thought of this skit? Like, who was involved? You wrote this skit.
Yeah, I wrote the whole thing.
No, but do you write any skits? Do you write any more skits like now, currently, or what?
I have a bunch. I have a bunch in mind that I can do.
Because I'm saying, man, you should do some more things like this, man. This is very fascinating shit, man. I will say.
Yeah.
Can you guys see this video?
I would say, and I don't want to bag on the clip or anything, but I think Ray is probably much better at this kind of writing and situational comedy. You know what I mean? Rather than standing up on a stage and going, "Hey, look at me."
I mean, I'd have to agree. There's a lot of intriguing things here, Ray. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. It just is what it is. So let's keep watching. This is Ray DeVito, Black
Hey,
Country
Elon.
Club, and he's commenting
Greetings,
live.
gentlemen. Welcome, welcome. Lovely to see you folks out here in person. Let's go.
Oh, there's Eric Andre. Wow, so yeah, how did you land Eric Andre?
He's always been a buddy of mine.
He's always been a buddy of yours.
Yeah.
Wow,
I mean, I haven't
the
seen
tra-
him in years, but like, yeah, we were always like pretty good friends.
The trajectory was completely different from.
All right,
careers,
we
right?
get it. Yes.
I'm just saying.
We're well aware of
do
it.
this.
Okay.
Hey, why power?
Wow.
You guys.
What? I mean, White Power Ray. That's what people are going to start calling you now.
Wyatt.
Oh, Wyatt Power. Oh, okay. So I jumped to conclusions. That's my bad.
Yes.
Wyatt Powder Ray.
Wyatt Powder is what I said.
Fair enough. Okay, we'll keep it moving.
Lucky I'm here. I've got that powder.
Okay, I'm just trying to clear things up because when I'm watching this, these are my initial reactions.
Exactly.
That's
That's what you're
that they
supposed to
keep
think.
featuring in Golf
Is that
Digest.
what was
Wyatt.
said is what you said. But what I did say is Wyatt Powder. That's the joke.
Right.
That's well crafted, Ray. That's why I'm
Yes.
saying this is better than your stand-up.
We get it. All right, we get it. It's better than my stand-up.
Ray, are you drinking tonight?
No, maybe later, but no, not now.
I was just gonna give you a toast. What's your Twitter me your Venmo whenever you can, now or when you get off here, because I don't think I have it saved. By the way.
Powder? You?
Yeah.
You have Sebastian Wyatt, the Australian golfer's powder?
Yeah.
May I?
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, man. Supposedly, this is amazing for your game. This stuff feels great, man. I really feel the difference. These guys are awesome, Elon. Let's play, man.
See, man, I told you. Just follow my lead.
I'm ready. This feels awesome, man. Yes, Elon, these guys are great. Oh, split fairway.
It's that powder, man.
They're no black cowboys. Wow, hilarious! But seriously, we really count on you guys for fundraising. Our members really have to be in the middle of it. You understand? We're very much in the community, and we expect you guys to be too.
I learned a lot about you guys. You people loves watermelon.
Wow. Now, in hindsight, I'm a fan of this sort of comedy, especially if you could pull it off. Obviously, if you could do this and you know, it's funny, it's even more better. But you know, in hindsight, I mean, in 2023, it's like you wouldn't be able to get away with this shit, trying to write this shit and craft it. I mean, maybe you could somewhere, but you know, it's just the landscape has shifted so much, man. I wish people would do more, you know, sort of stuff like this. Do you look back on any of this and it's like, this is a total fucking, and I regret this. I don't want anyone to see it. God forbid. I mean,
not at all. Because it still holds up. At least what I said there's U Beeble. The guy's name is U Beeble.
U Beeble. Okay, so
the guy's name is U Beeble. So it sounds like I'm saying something inappropriate, but I'm really just saying the guy's name, U Beeble. The guy's name is U Beeble. But you're supposed to think I said the other thing. But
so
the guy's name is U Beeble.
This is what I noticed. Why I like it is because it's Wyatt Powder and U Beeble. You know what I mean? This is actually good writing, unlike Ray.
Oh, right.
Let's keep it pushing. Do maybe like another minute of this, and then we'll let you get on that bicycle.
Baron, I think he means you Beeble. You Beeble's the president of OFI.
Oh.
Organic Farmers International. He perfected an organic watermelon seed for us. We sponsored him, and we're very proud.
Very proud.
I love watermelon. Do you?
Watermelon.
Jesus.
Not watermelon. Walter Melon.
No, it's watermelon. He's
Watermelon.
saying watermelon. He's a watermelon farmer. U Beeble's a watermelon farmer. That's
Damn,
Mark
so
Douglas,
he's
by
throwing-
the way. You go down a rabbit hole of his stuff. Key of Awesome. It's great. He did videos with Barack Obama. He did a song with Weezer and stuff. He's a very talented dude. The white dude that's playing U Beeble.
Oh yeah, the white guy's talented. What about the black guys, dude?
Yes, they're talented
Jesus.
too. But like the two most famous people in this video, well, Baron Vaughn's very funny. The dude that's playing my best friend in this, but it's definitely goes. Obviously Eric Andre, then it goes Mark Douglas, and then Baron Vaughn. Those three dudes have had, Baron Vaughn just had a Netflix special. Those
wow,
are the
okay.
3 people that have taken off the most that were in this
Doing
sketch.
doing some big things, man. All right, let's play just like maybe like 30 more seconds of this.
Now you can play the whole thing. It's almost over.
All right, I'll play the whole thing.
This makes my soul very happy. Very much so.
Hi, I'm Sonia Black. My father owns a club.
Oh, nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you. I just wanted to say that.
All right, you can pause it. That's hence why it's called Black Country Club. Get it? Because her father's name is Black, so that's why it's called Black Country Club. It has nothing to do with the fact she's also a minority, so
Right.
most prestigious minority owned. She just happened to be Asian, which is also a minority. That's why it's called
Right.
Black Country Club.
The stereotype works. The Mr. Black owning the country club. All very crafty shit, man.
I'm pretty good, I tell you.
Yeah, I mean, dude. Again, more stuff like this, I think, would be fucking fantastic.
She is great, and this lady loves crackers.
It's true, I do love me some crackers.
What?
I haven't had dinner yet, so I've been eating these all day. They're great.
Oh.
Get it? She's eating actual crackers.
Guys.
Saltines.
Can you excuse me for a split second? We need to talk. What the hell is the matter with you?
What?
Watermelon? Crackers? You don't see how these could be sensitive subjects.
Dude, I cannot control who eats crackers or who farms watermelon. You wanted in this place. Well, I had lunch today with the owner and her friend Christy, who is smoking hot, and she's on her way here now to have drinks with you. Why? Because I spent the entire day talking you up. So how about a thank you, Ray? Or I appreciate this.
Ray's the deal maker, dude.
Hell yeah.
Stranger?
Hey, hey.
You must be Baron.
You must be Christy, as beautiful as I've been told.
Well, thank you.
Well, that's great. I'm gonna go grab Sonia and we'll head out of here. Oh, and Baron, by the way, she loves the dark meat.
Jesus.
I assume you had roast beef for lunch?
Well, yes, I did, but I believe he was referring to the fact that I love fucking black guys.
Wow.
I'm one of those.
Dude, that's great.
I enjoy
Dude,
buying a
that's very
cocktail
funny.
for sophisticated women who
Way
love fucking
funnier than anything I heard you do in stand-up.
And there it is, man. Black Country Club by Sir Ray DeVito, Ebony Man of the Year. That's great, man. So look, man, that was painless. You know, you look like you want to crawl out of your skin, but I mean, that was all fucking very, very funny shit, man. And we appreciate you sitting through that. Again, just you know, send me over your Venmo, dude. You know, I'll send the payment right over. I hope you get into more things like this, man. For real.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of sketch ideas. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at writing sketches. I just need people that can film it to make it come off where it doesn't stink. Like that mutual breakup sketch is actually great, but I don't like the way the guy filmed it and the way it mixes. It doesn't read as funny as it should have. Like it should have been way.
I was just gonna say, do you have people who could film it? Do you have videographers? I mean, I know of a few. But I don't know if you work with anybody specifically.
No, I don't work with anyone specifically. But if I get someone that can like really knock down some shit, because if it's not shot well and stuff, and it's not shot where it flows well, then the jokes get lost in translation. If that makes sense.
Sure.
So
yeah,
you
no,
need it
for sure,
like
man.
know where it makes sense.
Yeah, you need to know when to have the edits. The edits got to be spot on. The zoom in, zoom outs, and the silence in the joke there. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I know a lot of decent, and pretty good videographers. So I could send you a couple links too. But look, I don't know if are you still doing that show?
What show?
Your comedy show, the one you're about to hop on a bicycle and go ride.
Oh yeah. I'm going. I got to roll there in a little bit. Yeah, I got to go there in a few minutes.
I'll leave you with this, Ray. Thoughts on Steeltoe and when's the next? Are you supposed to be going on Steeltoe? I'm hearing rumors of Wednesday.
I'm supposed to, but he never sent me a link. He never reached out. I'll reach out to him. I obviously do it and don't like. I don't hate anybody. So hopefully this thing with me and Melton blows over. Maybe it doesn't. It's not the end of the world. But I've always been cool with that dude, and I get why he's mad at me right now. Like, yeah, he's a very reputable dude in the podcast world. So I get why he's upset with me. He's got every right to be upset with me.
Yeah, look, I hope everything works it out. Softcast, if you want to add anything real quick, and then we could let Ray do his his comedy at the Brooklyn Comedy Club tonight, which he's gonna hop on a bicycle right now from doing this and ride 35 minutes over there for no money. That's why we're gonna send Ray some money. So make sure you DM me with that Venmo. But Soft, do you have anything to add?
Well, just that Ray, the only thing Ray has ever heard that I said is I didn't like his stand-up. And I don't think that's fair because there's a million times that I said things I liked about him. So Ray is cool with me. I think he's wishy-washy. I think he's a little afraid to just like stick his head out there and tell people to fuck off. But I think he's a good guy. Ray, your comedy video, the one we just watched, was pretty funny. I bet if it was, and I'm not bagging on the guys that did that video, but I bet if it was really done top notch, that could have been good because it was funny. I think you got some funny ideas. I think you're so nice that you let people push you around, and that's bullshit.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you got to draw a line in the sand somewhere, Ray. Otherwise, people will walk right over you every time. But that's just with this podcasting stuff. That's the nature of the territory that comes with it, man. But look, man, hopefully you can patch things up with Patrick Melton. I always enjoy your appearances on KB's Misery Love Company. Now, it seems to me like you've taken that role of Chad in the sense that you're the third mic and you're just there as a punching bag, man. Has that gotten to you at all, or are you kind of okay with that role?
No, I'm not on it every day. I couldn't do that every day, but I don't mind doing it once or twice a week. And also obviously they're there and they they don't shit on Kevin so much or Levy as much as they shit on whoever the third guy is. I don't take it personal. So do you get what I'm saying? So it's like I don't.
Well, you can't. You drive.
I'm not Chad. Like Chad kind of took a lot of stuff personal. I don't really take it personal. So
don't you kind of walk into that role knowing the third mic is gonna get the shit? You're gonna be the one banged on.
Yeah, and also I'll admit I got a lot of fans from doing it. Like when I promote shows, I sell tickets because people know me from that stuff. So, I do got people showing up buying tickets, people watching my podcast, helping me out. So, super chatting during my shows and stuff. So I appreciate it. So it's all right. And I think
speaking about shows. Sorry. No, just a quick super chat. Someone says, great job, Ray. Can't wait for you to come to Asia. So it looks like there's a market out for you in Asia. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ray DeVito, we appreciate the appearance. Again, DM me. I'll get that Venmo over to you, and all will be good. Hopefully, you can patch things up with Melton, and your, like I said, your appearances on Misery Loves Company are always fun to watch. Rock Bottom Podcast streaming on YouTube and on the Shuli Network as well. And I know Ray DeVito over on Patreon, so go give him a follow, man. But Ray, don't get struck by traffic. Make it to your gig, all right. And we'll talk to you next time. We appreciate the the time. Thank you, Ray DeVito, everyone.
Right. If you ever come to the Detroit market, I'll make sure you're sold out here, dude. You got a friend here, whether you think it or not, dude. I'll promote your show big time.
I know you're there. Whenever time I say a joke, and I hear boo.
Ray DeVito, everyone. Thank you so much for your time, Ray. Softcast. You still with me?
Yeah, dude, that was fun. Ray was good.
So, yeah, he was good there, man. A good sport there. But I guess the biggest takeaway, you were really driving that point home, man. Like, I hate your comedy, man. Jesus.
I know. Well, he kind of leaned into it, so I leaned in back.
Nah, that was all good shit, man.
He could have let it go, but after he said it, it's like, okay, yeah, I hate your stand-up. Which is what you would do on a podcast. I don't know how it is for a stand-up comic because I'm not a stand-up comic. Maybe you would address it different. But if someone calls me out about something I said on the show, I'm not going to back off. Yeah, I said it.
Sure. All right. So look, I want to take a quick break real quick. I got to take a quick leakage.
We get to go off camera.
We get to go off camera. I'm going to put...
Than you.
he does Softcast does like 7 times a show, and he doesn't even tell me. I'm just like, yeah, Softcast. So what's your thoughts about this? And it's just his chair. Like that's been the running gag since he's come on the show. But yeah, and April, of course, has some thoughts about that Ray DeVito interview. April, care to elaborate on what you thought about Ray DeVito?
I had kids to take care of this weekend. I was having fun.
Well, thank you, April. We'll tune back into you in just a little bit. We appreciate your deep insight.
And for
look,
everyone still listening, we haven't even covered any of the shit really that was on our prep sheet. We still got a whole bunch to go.
We still got a lot to get to. We got Chrissy Mary, we got Steeltoe, which I'm about to pull up there live while we go on break. We got Gino, and I think we're going to try to dip our toes into the WATP and Chad episode from 2 years ago, given that Chad Carl rather will be back on MLC on Tuesday. So let's pull up Steeltoe live, and then we'll leave you guys on that Steeltoe morning show. But yeah, Ray DeVito, man, great sport. Great sport. I'm glad we did that. Here, I'm going to play up.
I'm going to tweet him right now and tell him good job because he's
prepping for this.
With him and he handled it well. Ray's a good guy. I like him.
All right, so look, I'm going to lower this volume a little bit. If you're still going to be here, you could comment over. Hopefully, it all doesn't, get suppressed. But this is Steeltoe Live. We're going to tune right into Steeltoe and see what they're doing for their members-only show.
Yeah, I didn't know if Corn
So
Dip
check
was
it out.
insulting Selma Hayek on Twitter today or if he was insulting the great Ingemar Johansson.
I missed this too.
I'm not sure. It's not important.
So out of the loop.
Don't worry about it. All right. Now we can get into some things. We caught up with everyone in the chat. Oh, by the way, all the super chats and the memberships tonight all goes towards tomorrow morning's goal. So thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. You're the most wonderful audience that there is. So over the weekend, and I watched, I think, 3 seconds of this because I woke up, it was on the TV, and then I turned it off right away. There was the coronation of King Charles.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay,
they had his big coronation. Like, remember when you were a kid and we all watched wrestling, and somebody would win the King of the Ring tournament, and they would bring him up to the big throne and put the crown on him, and he'd give him the scepter. And then they'd cut a promo next to Michael P.S. Hayes. It's just like that. Only, just a little more pomp and circumstance around it. But imagine King Charles won 4 wrestling matches in one night, and he became the King of the Ring champion. That kind of thing.
Just less sweat.
Maybe. I mean, he's an older guy. It's a long walk.
A lot of robes.
So he has same amount of robes. He has a wife named Camilla. And Camilla was walking down. She can't be queen because she's not of pure noble blood. You have to be connected through incest or some shit in order. You have to be a noble.
Imagine that you weren't a product of incest, so you can't rule.
Right. That's pretty much.
That's so shitty.
That's pretty much how it works at this point.
Poor
so
Camilla.
she has to be regent.
Is it regent?
Something in waiting.
Queen regent.
Recess. Blah blah blah. Well, they had her walk that aisle. Woo! They had her walk down the aisle, and some people on TikTok discovered that the chant they were doing for Camilla sounded like something, and when they say it sounds like something, you can't unhear it. It's kind of like the N-word in Highway to Hell.
Oh, yeah.
You can't not hear, or the N-word in Moving Out.
It is a situation where you heard black and did not go back.
Exactly.
That's all I hear now.
So, you guys tell me if you hear it. I'm going to play it first. I'm not going to tell you what the thing they think the crowd is chanting at her is. I want you to tell me what this coronation crowd is saying to Camilla, the new king's wife. And then afterwards, I will tell you what people believed they were saying and see if it matches with you, and then we'll play it again. So here you go. All right, so you guys go ahead, tell me what you think you heard. And then after after that, we'll play it again and we'll tell you what people thought it was. They love to sing obscenities in England. Maybe they do. Optic Nerve says, I like vagina. John Jamingo says he heard I like vagina Carmella.
Okay.
Zen Rhino, Camilla is often referred to as Queen Camilla, but for all intents and purposes, she's Queen Regent. All right. Some people say it was too muffled. All right, well, here, we'll settle it for you, then we'll play it again. But Gino Bisconti showing up saying, hey, guys, smile. That hack had to take a piss, so they just streamed your show. Just another desperate one wanting daddy's attention. I hope they crack 100, but not usually. Well, you know what? It is me, so they might. I noticed that all these channels, they get their high numbers with me because people want to see me, but then when they don't do stuff about me, it's quite a bit down. Embarrassing, but those kids are trying. Daddy sees you. He wishes you the best. So we're cheating because we've already seen this. We already know what the theory is.
I can't guess.
Here it is. People thought that they were chanting at Camilla, I like vagina Camilla. Now let's play it again and see if you can unhear it.
I'm reviewing the chat. Jay called me a suck up. I don't know who I was sucking up
All
to,
right.
but I
Not
like
only
Jay,
is it,
so
I
it's
think
okay.
that's what I hear.
Right.
It's what the fuck else could it be?
I don't know. That's what I'm sitting here trying to decide. And I don't know.
The only thing I could kind of think was something about a light shines for Camilla or on Camilla. Like my light shines on Camilla or something like that. Give it a listen. I'm still hearing vagina.
It's vagina.
I know, Jay. That's why I
But
said it. You called me a
sitting
suck
here and
up.
you're going,
I
it
don't.
sounds like they're saying I like
don't
vagina
think
Camilla,
suck-
but then you're
Yeah.
also, the other part of your brain goes, well, clearly
Well,
they
they-
aren't
oh,
saying that.
you think they did.
They cannot be saying that at a royal coronation.
Those are children.
Those are children, and they're not going to sing, I like vagina Camilla.
But I think they should, right?
I mean, it would be
the right way to
it would
think.
be funny,
Huh?
but back in the day, they would have killed you for
Squirrel
that shit.
What if they were just fucking trolling the whole coronation? I think that'd be so funny. I do.
I don't think it would be. I don't think. Put it this way: if they were really saying that, I don't think they would have been allowed to say it twice. There's something. But now,
Yeah, but then the people there could be like, oh, there's no way that's what they're saying, right? So they sit there and listen. And they're like,
He
well,
thinks I'm a
that is
punk.
what they're saying.
He told me
I don't
that
know.
last
I don't
night
think the
on
English have
another
that
chat.
kind of
I don't know.
sense of humor. Kyle W says, "Clean your dirty vagina, Camilla." All right, let's listen. I'll take a listen.
All right, we're back.
Clean your dirty vagina,
All right.
Camilla.
I was trying to talk, but I was cutting out because of the audio. You know how it has.
It's like a noise cancellation on that.
I like vagina too.
Right.
All right, hold on. We're about to go to live into the St. Cloud basement. Miss April is going to be dropping knowledge for us, so let's check it out. This is Aaron M. Holt. And I think Om said coming in with $2, so we appreciate Om coming in. I'll have to read that chat in a second.
Could be.
You hear her
Charlie's been
woos in
banging
there?
Camilla since he was in his 20s. Wait a minute. What?
It's a long time.
No. Wait a minute. So he was fucking her behind Diana's back?
I'm sure that happens a lot.
Oh, shit.
What? Oh, what? You know that so many, like, dignified noblemen have been, like,
I thought they were all
true to their betrothed?
I thought they were all immensely faithful.
No.
I thought
All
they
of them
were
cheat all the time.
Really, because I thought they were all wonderful.
I don't
and
think so.
Loyal to their wives. At any rate, I like vagina Camilla. That's what it is. That's what it'll always be. Nobody heard any
soft.
different.
Well, wait.
Brad Anlicker says, I
What the fuck is he even talking about here tonight? This is his members only show.
ended up a bloodstain on.
Who the fuck knows, dude? He's always so uninformed about what's going on, but he always has something to say about it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when the Chad Black Eye thing broke, people were in the chat going, "Hey, fuck that." You know, like all these banks failed, and they were talking about what was it? Silicon Valley Bank, SVB failed, and he was like, I don't even know who SVB is. And then the next show, he was like, can you believe this bank failed? Aaron is a joker, dude. He doesn't know anything. He gets up in the morning and looks at the paper and goes, hey, what the shit?
Aaron is like the guy who knows a little bit about everything. He's like one of those, like, I told you so guys. Like, none of the shit that he says, ever makes sense. I mean, this guy right here with the shitty set and, the banner of his co-host that hasn't been on the podcast for almost 2 months. This guy is going to fill you in and give you his insight on, the state of the banking world in the United States. I mean, this it doesn't get any crazier than this. While wearing a Hulkamania shirt, by the way.
Right, and we didn't really cover it, but yeah, he was going off on that, and then people were like, "Hey, what about the SVB failure?" And he was like, "I don't know what that is." And then on the next show, he was acting like, he had a degree in finance or something, breaking down banking failures.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. Let's tune in. Let's see what they're ranting on. Apparently, they brought us up. Did you hear us being mentioned? Somebody was saying.
I did not hear that.
That's gonna be
okay. Hold on. I think he's talking about Chad here.
Gino a week ago beat the living shit out of Chad on his own channel. I'm not gonna say show because it's not a show.
So he's already back into talking about
Gino
Chad every
for
episode.
about 10 minutes. Kicked the living dog shit out of him again to where like Chad was like privating things and like shutting everything down, and you're just like, oh my God.
I cannot believe.
Coming from somebody who shuts everything down, takes their prize nights off of YouTube, shuts their chat down.
He's really fat instead of ripped.
Wow.
No one's rooting for him.
Yeah, it's like if Bud Melman from Letterman fought.
See this? Look, I know we've been on here saying just because we don't like Aaron doesn't make us team Chad, but it's like just because he's saying fuck Chad, it's almost making me want to like be team Chad. I mean, it sounds so ridiculous, but it's yeah.
No, you're absolutely right, because sometimes I'm like, yeah, Chad is right here. I'm not team Chad, but sometimes Chad is right about what he says about Aaron.
It pays very well.
Of course.
Very well.
Get a nice bottle of wine or two.
I have heard that Kevin Brennan can't.
And she's got no makeup on tonight.
Circuit. But then again, they're racist towards Irishmen. So
we tried once. They didn't like us either.
No, they didn't like me either. They said you kraut
He looks
bastard.
100 years older.
Gino says, thank you, April. Gino Drago.
Of course.
So Gino's over in their chat.
Let Keanu know to call
Cucking it up.
When Gino dicks down Keanu, he goes, if she dies, she dies.
Correct.
The way they talk about their significant others, it's so degrading.
To the
I
end.
can't wait till we talk about that. Fuck Gino. Fuck him.
Gino jams
She's loving this.
Head all the way down on his cock, and
she's loving this.
Yeah, she's thinking about being sitting on Gino's cock.
I must break you. Why? Why?
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Mud Sharks Unite. Yeah, Gino performing at the Olive Garden. Kevin Brennan is actually there going, Gino doesn't sell breadsticks.
So he's doing a Kevin
Gino
Brennan
can't
hack
move
and press.
pasta.
And she's rolling out of her fucking chair like this is the funniest shit ever.
Terrible when Gino's there.
I mean, this is insane.
His comedy's bottomless like the salads.
Oh, good one.
Man. All right, guys.
That made so much sense.
Other things.
I'm so glad you added her
Anheuser-Busch
to the show.
is finally throwing Dylan Mulvaney.
I'm so glad she's a co-host. Dude, it's so funny when he does a joke, she's on the floor rolling around, fucking can't catch her breath because she laughs because that's her man. She's trying to make him feel good. When she does a joke, Aaron's like, yeah, well, so moving on to what Oprah Winfrey said today. It's like he finds her to be so completely cringe. And you see that play out. They'll say to you that they don't, there's no weird, awkward dynamic back and forth. But in reality, I mean, good.
Yeah, it's like, well, if I say something, try and make a joke that doesn't land, then you try and smoothly move on. That's because we're working together. But if April says something that doesn't land, Aaron lets it sit there. You know what
Dude,
I
it's
mean?
yeah. You could feel it at home too. It's like I start to cringe for her, and she's drinking tonight. It looks to be a Jack and Coke mix in a nice container there.
Addressing the Dylan Mulvaney thing.
Okay, so they're talking about Dylan Mulvaney. They've talked about the same subject for like the last 3 months. Dylan Mulvaney. He can't let Dylan Mulvaney go. I bet he has fucking sexual wet dreams about Dylan Mulvaney. At this point, I mean,
who's even talking about this guy or girl or whatever? Because
they, them, whatever the fuck.
Who's even talking about it?
Nobody. It's Steven Crowder. That's who's talking about it. And this guy makes fun of Steven Crowder. So that should tell you everything right there.
Camp, one influencer, one post, and not a campaign.
Oh, I'm
Go back live into April's bangs.
So why is he doing this? Of course, the 26%.
Look at her stank lip.
Sales drop.
Did you see that?
We believe we have the experience, the resources, and the partners to manage this, and our 4-year growth outlook is unchanged, Dukeris says. I mean, basically what he's saying is none of this shit ever lasts. You know, people, they make a little statement. You know, they yell and scream.
Side eye.
Like Kid Rock gets his guns out and he shoots a bunch of Bud Light cans, and then everyone forgets after a while and they go back to normal. And you know what? I actually don't disagree with that guy. That's usually how shit works.
I'm wondering though, like, is there anyone that's gonna come out after this Dukeris guy and call him like transphobic and shit? Because so what? You're just trying to downplay this campaign you were going with now, saying it's not permanent and it wasn't a big thing and. You know,
maybe, but not
because now.
Not
thanks, April.
Now they're trying to make it into like something so much smaller than they made it at first.
I think you're finding that.
Wow, hell of an insight by Miss April M. Holt, of course. Thank you so much for that.
Trans outrage voice is actually
in
pretty
studio
small.
live.
Like that's because nobody cares. Like the usual person doesn't care.
Yeah, it's
until they touch your kids.
It's a pretty small subset of the population. The whole, the whole I'm trans and I'm angry and we need more representation. I mean, there's so many groups out there where if you just go fuck off, then buy something else, you don't even notice they're gone. But I guess Budweiser had to learn that the hard way. But you know what? At least Anheuser-Busch did learn, and they cleaned house and they're moving on. And hopefully this is the end of that particular
The story is like,
I will
2
still
weeks
stand by
ago.
this, there's a million better beers than Bud Light.
Well, there was
so funny.
Just taste alone.
There was one company, and maybe somebody can
I've listened to a million podcasts go over this already. They're so far behind everything.
Talk about beating a dead horse, man. It's like Dylan Mulvaney and Bud Light. I mean, this happened literally last month.
One of them.
And this is their members only. This isn't a normal, regular stream that they do during the week. This is a members only stream.
I know.
If you sent me the rundown for this show and it had Dylan Mulvaney and Bud Light on it, I would be like, dude, come on.
Yeah, I'm not doing the show, dude. Yeah, you know.
Are we really going to talk about that lame ass shit?
I draw the line at Dylan Mulvaney.
Hell, you say.
I know.
Here, let's zoom in live
come
back
out here
into
tonight and
April's
say, you know what?
bangs.
I think we should let them dance around children and do their little shake dancing and all that shit. And then this one waves their genitals in front of a kid. And I thought, well, I never.
Jesus Christ. He's obsessed with the trans. I swear to God.
Yeah,
I can't remember what company. It wasn't a
Miller?
beer. No, it wasn't a Miller.
Miller?
Thank you, Zen Rhino. I think it's a vodka. Yeah, I think it was Smirnoff.
Gross.
I think Smirnoff did it.
I'm done with Smirnoff.
Gino says, I don't know if I want to do Tuesday now.
Nope.
There's no way we
I'm
can do
done with
anything funny
Smirnoff.
with April doing the
I'm with
Olive Garden
Smirnoff.
bit. The Olive Garden bit was throwaway. That was shit.
So Gino's in their chat. Yeah.
Out there.
She's
You
looking
wait.
at him like, I'm not
You
really
wait.
done
One
with
episode of
Smirnoff. I'm
Steeltoe
going to
will
have
be
some
saying
right
that
when we're
every 15
done.
minutes.
She's like, I'm drinking Smirnoff right now.
Right.
I do a show at an Olive
How
Garden.
fucking fun would that be?
I
we
do
can
a
all be
show at
gay and eat breadsticks and wine.
Shaft
the
says there's an
fuck?
arrest warrant out for the arrest of David Chandler. Never.
No.
My man David Chandler ain't getting arrested. He would never be taken alive.
Why
ever.
arrest him? He's nice to everyone. If you were just cool with him, he'd get his money.
Wow. You hear that, David Chandler? Wow.
On Tuesday.
Wow. I really can't wait.
Have Gino interview Godfrey.
I have a question.
I can't believe she just openly said that as if, nobody's listening to the show.
Shit.
If you cuck it up to David Chandler hard enough, you'll get his money. David Chandler. Hope
I've
you're
been
listening,
saying that as a guy from a show that does not get his money. But for her to say it, holy shit. Wow. Boom.
Yeah.
I bet David Chandler won't be happy with that.
David Chandler's everybody's, man. Fake but looked but probably the same.
Pushing, sir.
Geez, somebody says, ew. Yeah, it's
What he's
disgusting.
saying. I hope
Disgusting.
it doesn't, because a society where there's like that much backlash means like a bunch of.
Yo, do you think Aaron's gonna dig into her after the show and like, yo, if you ever give out like our little secrets or anything about David Chandler giving us money, like you know, whatever he says, I'm gonna fuck you up, or you're gonna go outside and rake leaves for 12 hours instead of 8 this time?
Yeah, I think he's gonna give her a talking to, like, listen, you don't know what the fuck's going on here. Just fucking agree with me and smile, you fucking dumb bitch. That's what I think he's gonna say after this show.
TK Suso says, Aaron drinks Shirley Temples. Egg Picker says, April's drunk, so laugh my ass off. Dr. Chow, I think next we got to look into these super chatters. Yeah, I was thinking that last week. There's a lot of random super chatters that their names just sound like bot names. So we'll have to like do a deep dive onto their channels. I'm cross-talking. Sorry, Chief Egg Picker. Yeah, no cross-talking. That is a crime against humanity, the cross-talking in the chat.
Yeah.
They said the quiet part out loud. LL Cooley says, Melton called his chat a bunch of pores last night and made an extra $300. Dr. Chow, get on the case. It's probably more bizarre with super chats. Leave David Chandler out of your mouth.
That would be pretty great, though.
Gino says, guys are seeing it like a
by two
baseball
checkers.
tonight.
Should either be about how I suck or John sucks. No crosstalk.
Waiting, those
Yeah,
hips are
none of that.
coiled like a fucking.
Go back in live into
rattlesnake,
April's
and I
forehead.
just turn on them shits.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Derek Chauvinist says Chad's show is going to have topics now. The first topic he's running over is his bra.
Splat.
Splat.
That was one of the top most painful moments I've had actually in recent
Oh,
history was
no.
listening to Kevin Brennan call Chad's brother a splat on the road.
Wait, so apparently
That would, like,
we
hurt.
just got a message saying that Aaron said we couldn't crack 100 viewers. And since this whole stream really has been plus 100 viewers. So
Yeah.
again, it's just now if you're in his chat, you know, you believe the words that are coming out of his mouth. You think that, oh my God, like they're not pulling views. They might have like, 15 views or something like that. But I mean, consistently, I mean, we're over 100 and, even more than that. So just more coping, more gaslighting to his audience while April continues.
And I want to say about that, and I don't really feel the need to defend our show too much, but since you said it, I mean, our shows get like, like 1,200, 1,300 views. So we got 100 live right now for sure, Aaron. So fuck you.
Well,
but I mean,
do the numbers. No, look, I want everyone to do the numbers. I want everyone to do the numbers because he always does this cope. Oh, we're so much of a bigger channel than anybody else that tries to shit on us. Blah, 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 blah. Look, just look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie. On his average streams, he probably does average like 2,300 on average. And that's like being, lenient. And he's got almost 10,000 subscribers. So do the math. I mean, that's like 20% of his subscribers are viewing his daily live streams. The clips are even way less. We have 2,000 subscribers. We're just under 2,100, and we get over 1,000 every stream.
Right.
And I hate to boil it
50%.
More than 50%. And I hate to boil it down to a numbers thing. I don't like being ticky-tacky like this, but this is the argument that he brings up. So, it just goes without saying, man. Like, you could say what you want. Yeah, you have more subscribers than we do, sure. But more of our audience are coming back time in and time out than yours. The math is there, dude. So I don't know what you're talking about. Now you're saying we can't do 100 subscribers. And when you said that, Egg Picker said we were at 106. So again, it's just more coping, more gaslighting, and it's just anything to kind of, I don't even know what he's doing, half the time. Like, I don't even know if he believes his own shit. I think he just says it. and, just hopes for the best, hopes that nobody will actually look into this. But it's bizarre, man. It really is just bizarre.
Yeah, and this is... I hope we're going to lead into the video I sent you soon out of this. Because...
With Chrissy.
Yeah, it's the perfect lead up. Because these guys... Steeltoe... Dude, I've been on these guys for so long, for so many reasons. I don't hate Aaron. I've talked to him a whole bunch. He seems like a guy, if I met him in a bar, I'd have beers with him and it would be cool. But he's a cocksucker and a lying piece of shit on the internet. He's selling the product, which is his show, and he'll do anything to do it.
He'll go to any lengths.
Yeah, I would never do that.
Until you
Go
put
back
it in
in
a
live.
factory and then you can stamp Pfizer on
Still
it.
grows it. People can
You can brand the weed leaves with fucking Pfizer.
But I mean, you grow it. Yeah, it's unregulatable.
Well, then
as it
guess what's going to happen with laws like that then, or judgments like that, if you will? People are just going to start smoking it, illegally again.
Well,
which is what everybody does anyways.
I don't think the judge can make him take Xanax.
Why is this?
In Florida, I think it's still medicinal, and you have to get an approval. And they went before a judge to get an approval for medical marijuana, and the judge said no, and it was for anxiety. And he said, well, for anxiety, just take Xanax.
Dude, people use that shit for much less and get approved. They use it for pain management and all that.
D. Gulag says, never done Xanax, but weed isn't making us smarter. I will say this, like the quality of life in a lot of those states where they're legalizing weed ain't exactly going up. And look, if you have some counter information that I'm
Daytois says Aaron drinks White Claws.
I haven't done my research on this. I'm just saying like Colorado, like Denver's a shithole now from what I
don't
hear.
like Denver.
So
I
don't know.
I don't think weed is great. I don't think it makes anybody smarter. It makes you dumber for sure. In most cases that I've seen.
What are you talking about?
Being on a prescription
Wait a
like
minute.
Xanax is not good for you too. Like
Shit
CJ says,
makes
Xanax is great. You
April
literally die if you
dumber?
suddenly stop using it. Like,
She's saying weed makes you dumber. And she's saying at the same time that Xanax isn't any better, which is true, but weed definitely doesn't make you dumber, man. If anything, weed has proven more effective than really, anything else.
I've had some of the most mind-expanding thoughts in my life after smoking weed. You know what I mean? You can't tell me otherwise. I know it to be true.
Well, this is a person who's never smoked weed. She's almost like Chad in this regard. Like Chad does the same thing where he'll shit all over weed with never, he's never even tried weed. So it's like, how can you shit on something if you never tried it? Don't knock it till you try it. Like it's that, age-old saying. And, she's completely just being completely ignorant to the fact that, I'm not saying weed makes you smarter, but it definitely doesn't make you dumber.
No. That's a weird... If
put it on the tip of my boyfriend's dick.
there's a million, we could find a million videos where people tell you about they smoked pot and then had a mind-altering revelation. You know what I mean? Weed doesn't make you dumber. It maybe make you a little lazier, but it doesn't make you dumber. You
just have to find what works for you. Like I used to, enjoy smoking indicas until indicas I found just put me on my ass. And then after trial and error, I started smoking sativas and hybrids and shit like that. And, I'm not as tired and just want to, zonk out. I'm able to get shit done when I smoke sativas.
I never smoke a sativa. I smoke hybrids. Or I vape. I don't even smoke, but only hybrids because I've learned that's my thing.
It's like with anything else. If you're going to get prescribed any kind of medication through a doctor, you don't just start at a dose and that's your end dose. You know what I mean? You start at a dose, you see if it works, and then the doctor kind of moves it up or down, depending on the way your body reacts and the way you react. I mean, it's the same thing with weed. And even now, with, you can get prescriptions and all this sort of shit where, you could really hone in the perfect dose. I can't even believe I'm sitting here explaining this. It's not that complicated. But April's gonna, sit there and make the claim that weed makes you stupid because she read it in a book somewhere one time that her fucking, lung cancer ridden dad is telling her, when she visits him for holidays.
And she
It's
still
bizarre.
believes it. There's no research, no anything.
So that's tomorrow.
She probably still thinks the fucking Easter bunny is real
Hussein Igerman.
because her fucking dad and mommy would never lie to them or her. Let's go back in live. Aaron just got
Fucking got me.
a gotcha moment.
Hussein, like an Islamic person. Yeah. Igerman.
Look at April. She's
There.
dying.
I said it right.
See how he does that, like that passive racism.
Yeah.
He goes still
Mark my words, he's going
still insane, like an Islamic person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just all those little
Citizen M says bunghole insertions.
undercover
digs.
buzzwords.
Paige
Yeah.
Hudson. There we go.
Oh, God, no.
Hey, 2 birds, 1 stone. Hobo Chili Recipe says he is the Nathan Lane of repressed homosexual appetite. Or, like, he's about as subtle as Harvey Fierstein. Oh, no, Nanner Diff. That is not fun.
Nanner Diff.
Chad's brother is a flat earther.
Guys, yikes.
Wow.
The poor guy is going to, he could end up hanging himself. Is that what you want?
Wow.
Don't answer that.
I didn't even know the guy had siblings,
Well, he doesn't.
Until I heard he was a splat on the road.
He doesn't. Look what I'm
Jesus,
doing.
now they're talking
Look what I'm
shit on
doing.
Chad's dead brother.
Look what I'm doing.
No better than Kevin Brennan.
Broke it up. Like Charles Woodson, just getting in there. What? April? With his
What is she doing?
Where'd it go?
Kid. It's down at the bottom. Relax. Oh, here we go. This person loves.
So we got 13 minutes left of this members only shit.
Ophelia McCock.
Oh, no.
Ophelia McCock.
I get it.
There you go. Luigi says combo
you
breaker.
guys-
Attaboy.
Oh, she gets it.
Luigi and Luck, another keeping score here. Another 2 guys who hated the shit out of us months ago and just having a blast with us now.
I spoke wheat. I
let's
spelled
hear it.
wieners
Who?
wrong. It's I before E. Dummy.
You had a rural
Wait.
educational.
Who were they just talking
the
about?
best you could.
It's been
What?
I wanted to hear who the
Got
2
that.
guys were.
Nanner Diff says, "What do you call Chad's brother?"
I don't think it was us. It was somebody else.
Oh,
Matt.
I got one.
Oh God.
Oh, here
If
she goes.
Chad's brother were a breakfast item, what would he be?
What's that?
A pancake. Thank you.
Wow, that is
hold on a
April's
second.
fucking zingers.
I'm not gonna say it.
Jesus.
Did you know that's not very
Original.
nice. Did you know his brother's real name?
And they were ready with it because as soon as she said as a pancake, Aaron hit the sound.
He hit the button. So again, this is probably more confirmation that they're working, rehearsing these bits out before they actually go live doing the show.
That was obvious. She looked at him and's like, and look at her now. Oh, I'm so funny. But that was a rehearsed bit, probably wrote by Aaron.
I will say she probably will make you laugh more than Ray DeVito. That's for sure.
Whose stand-up is not so stellar.
But his writing abilities and sketch comedy is actually pretty good. So there's that.
I don't know. I don't
go back.
use prescription drugs, so what do I know?
What is a Vyvanse?
It's a drug.
Well, you know.
Oh, good one.
There
I
you
didn't
go.
know that.
That's all I know. Oh man.
And I've been on record.
I'm
Wait,
just looking. A lot of rolling on the floor, laughing.
It was pretty good. I would hear no.
I've been on record saying that Aaron probably dabbles in stimulants, and that'll come out later in due time. It's nothing concrete. I'm not saying anything definitively, but for sure, I think there's a little bit of there's a hint of stimulant usage.
We don't talk about our family. Like
I
that.
see it.
I
see it.
Dude, the guy does 9 shows a week, almost 30 hours a week in podcasting, and that's just on the show. That's not counting the clips he does, the topics he gets ready and preps for the show, all the time he responds online. So, a normal sane man, and this guy doesn't drink coffee either. So somebody who doesn't drink any caffeine, and you mean to tell me you're just going to, he brings the same energy every time. And it kind of reminds me of the energy of an Adderall user, a Vyvanse user, a Ritalin user, you know. So
I was gonna say, if he got caught up in a Ritalin scandal, it wouldn't surprise me at all. I would go like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
Ritalin's like Ritalin is like the 6-year-old version of Adderall. It's like that's what you take before you jump over into Adderall. You take 5 milligrams of extended release Ritalin. That's probably what he's doing. He's probably, I can't handle the hard shit, so give me that 5 milligrams of Ritalin.
S&M says Coke acts immediately when snorted. Vyvanse doesn't work any faster than popping it. I'm glad we have this education.
So it's
tonight.
Coke.
I'm glad we're being educated. Buddy Travis says, fuck, I'm late for the show. Don't worry. If you are a member, once this is done live, we will go ahead and turn it to members only. And if you're a member, you can watch it anytime you want.
W Man says weed expands the mind.
If I bring up
You're absolutely
your family,
right.
I get Jake Hudson from your channel. Says
Yeah,
Mark
that's
Reddy.
how I
Well,
feel.
we don't make
You're
our family
absolutely
public.
correct.
We don't,
Don't put
use
shit in
names
here
and shit
that's-
like that. Yeah, don't do that stuff. We do it
Don't
for a
put shit in
reason.
here that's not part of our
Be-
show.
and I'll tell you why. We don't want to end up like Chad. Plain and simple. He doesn't have the foresight to understand this.
Right.
I can't help the guy. A couple more things. We've got like 5-10 minutes left in the members only show here.
That one quick.
You got 8 minutes.
A man I think this is a guy in Florida. A man drilled a hole into his own skull so that he could remain constantly high. I don't know if this actually works.
What?
But it's an archaic process known as trepanation. As daunting as it sounds,
God.
the man attempted the procedure not once, not twice, but a stomach churning 3 times before he quite literally hit the nail on the head. In case you're not clued up on the skull drilling process, trepanation or trepanning is widely considered to be one of the oldest surgical procedures known to humanity. It refers to a surgical procedure in which a circular piece of bone is drilled or scraped.
She don't
and
like this.
excised,
Look at her
most
face.
commonly from the human skull. Recalling what would go on to become a life-altering moment, the man remembered for the first time he ever met Bart Hughes, the man who would go on to inform him of the procedure. I'd heard about this guy who had drilled a hole in his head, and I thought, well, he must be a nutcase, the Brit told Vice back in 2016.
Hot take.
Yeah, this is another example of trust your gut, go with your instincts.
What a
Tell me
ditz.
why this guy looks like Bob Levy's older brother.
Oh my God, he does look kind of like he does look like Bob Levy's older brother. Wow.
Yeah, like if you add 10 years onto Bob Levy.
15.
15.
In his book, Borehole, that can't be real.
Borehole.
He starts the text with the confession, "This is the story of how I came to drill a hole in my head to get permanently high."
Ooh.
It goes into graphic detail about his experiences of trepanation, which he admits are very understandable for people to be squeamish over. Oh, thank you. I was waiting for your permission.
Yeah, I didn't want to feel like an outcast. Or
Right.
Going, ew.
I didn't want to feel like an asshole to be squeamish over someone drilling a circular hole in their head. He revealed when I first thought about it,
I don't even
thought,
know what-
this
I
is
mean,
ridiculous.
What this
Again,
has to do with anything.
Run with that thought.
I don't know either.
okay.
I have a
And
funny
the idea that
story
someone
from
would do
my
it to
real
himself
life
or
if you wanna
herself
hear
was
it.
absurd. But you get used to
Well, we only got
eventually, don't
6
you?
minutes left, so let's finish this, and then I would just save that.
Well, in 1967, he conducted his first attempt. He says, at that time, I was broke.
Here, we'll
I
keep
certainly
it
couldn't
zoomed
afford
out.
an electric drill.
So we can
I
see
bought a
Mubi
hand
and the
trepan
scrimp.
From a
All
surgical
in one frame.
instrument. How he's lying. This guy's got to be full of shit. I want x-rays. There's no way he hand cranked a hole into his fucking head. The man described the instrument as a bit like a corkscrew
It's probably all
with a ring
fake.
of teeth at the bottom.
Fuck.
He continued, it was difficult. It was trying to uncork a bottle of wine from the inside. The initial try was a failure, but it wasn't going to deter him from trying again 2 more times. As if, and this isn't a great high, it's just restoring you to that youthful level of vitality. This vitality that you lose when you hit adulthood. No, I think what
He's
it's
really
doing
going
is
all in with
exposing
this
your brain
story.
to oxygen and giving
He
you
must have
brain
nothing
damage,
else.
which might give you a temporary
Yeah,
feeling of
he's
euphoria.
trying to sell this. This is his piece for the show.
Yeah, this is his big his big send off, his end all send off right here. This is the grand finale of their members only show.
And like live proper.
So imagine you didn't catch the show live, and now you're tuning into this show a day later, and you tune into this. You're like, what is this? Like, why are you
About a
telling
year
us about
on, He
this?
then tried again and did remove some skull, in his words, but not enough to be
Still
satisfied,
going.
as he told the outlet. There was a kind of slurping
The
sound
longest
as I took
story
the
ever.
trepan out, and what sounded like bubbles. Yeah, that's your brains coming up through the hole,
Oh
pal.
my God.
The third and final attempt came in 1970.
She really don't like
which
this,
only
though.
took half an hour all in all, including cleaning up afterwards. He said, I was feeling great because I'd done it, but then I noticed after about an hour, I started to feel a lightness, like a weight had been lifted from me. Again, dude, lightheadedness, brain damage, exposure of oxygen to the brain from the outside.
Soon to be a horrible infection.
Dude, I did it in the evening and went to bed at 11 p.m. feeling good, and I could still feel it when I woke up the next morning, and I realized this is it. It's done.
Michael Ware says, I need more steel toe like a hole in the
Didn't he
head.
even say what happened to the guy?
I know.
I mean,
I'm feeling that
clearly
way
became
as well,
retarded.
Michael.
This is brutal.
You're gonna drill
Once
a hole
upon a
in your head.
mental
There has to be
illness,
some
the Brandon
kind
Network
of,
says.
I don't know. There has to be some kind of consequence for something that stupid, and mental retardation does seem,
Fitting.
reasonable. MN Vikings says, MN Vikings.
Deitois
saying,
says, I
"Hi,
hate
here.
them."
Congrats on still being
Yeah.
a successful show. Keep up the good work. Thank you, buddy. This is a lot better greetings we get from you now than we did 6 months ago when you were saying you were going to beat the living shit out of me. So make it 3 tonight.
Holy
The
shit.
amount of people who hated my guts
said that?
are now big fans, and we appreciate that.
Thank you.
We're all
Don't
big
call us a
fans, guys. You
successful
hear
show.
that?
That makes a lot of people really mad, and then they just
No,
start
it doesn't.
shouting and screaming and losing their minds. It's
Nobody's shouting or screaming or losing their
is
minds.
this
What are you
the
talking
Chad
about?
Prequel. So it says Kitsman. Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe you tried to trepan his head.
Maybe he tried to do some trepanning.
God.
Like, I hate when he says
sound
that,
like
man.
Skull.
Like, it's
Like,
that's another big cope that he does. He's like, the people that watch this show succeed and hit the goal every day and all this shit. It's like their heads explode. They're yelling at their walls. They go crazy. We send them into a panic. It's like none of those things are true. Like, so why do you keep saying them? Is that something you have to continuously tell yourself so you feel better at the end of the day? Because nobody's losing their minds. I hate to break it to you. Nobody's losing their minds over you.
It's a cope. It's very easier. It's much easier for you if you're hating on me and I say he's over there losing his mind about me.
But
then I don't have
that's
to think about it.
That it's more than just a cope, man. It's narcissism in its fullest form. I mean, this is somebody who is taking credit for other people apparently melting down, which isn't even true. But let's just say it was. So he's the one. He thinks that everybody who is quote unquote melting down is solely because of Aaron. How narcissistic does it get?
Yeah, he thinks he matters that much. It's so funny. Dude,
Nobody's melting down.
I don't think so.
No.
Did he? Maybe.
That's what we
Carlos
do
says,
very well is
cats and got excited. I'm not gonna lie.
we don't hate anyone really except Gino. That's just for me.
Well, you hate Gino.
Right.
Like I was
Fuck,
hiding a
fuck
body.
Gino. That's just for me. I tried to reach out to him in Canoe. We'll see what happens. But
They blocked
anyway,
you.
yeah. But I mean, we just cover this shit. We're not in it. I'm not fighting with any of these guys. I pride myself on being a nice dude. I'm friends with most of them, except Aaron. Actually, we're still friends. I think he just won't talk to me anymore because he's afraid.
Steeltoe Trepanation show. There you go.
Hold on, let's finish this
Drill a
out.
hole in a willing participant's head.
I think it's against TOS.
You're probably right. We'll do it off cam down here.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We appreciate you being here for the members only show.
Some
We got
members only
confirmation
show,
tonight that
guys.
Gino will be here
Members
on Tuesday
only.
morning, so it will be Johnny on Monday and Wednesday, and then April on Thursday and Friday. Gino on Tuesday. Thank you guys very much. Anybody who sent super chats and became members. We don't have a goal for the members only shows. We just do it for everyone live and then the members after this. So make your membership. Steeltoe Bro is the level you need to be at for the members only shows. Also, we put the video up on Patreon as well. Patreon.com/.
Wow. So
Steeltoe Show. We hope you enjoyed yourself. Like,
Let's just finish
subscribe.
up.
Check out all the video clips that we put up this weekend. All of them doing very, very well. Now that our strike is gone, everything's back up into the thousands again when we put clips up.
Very cool.
Weird how that happens. All right, April, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you to the rest of you, and we will talk to you tomorrow morning.
And that is it, guys. That is their members only stream. Very insane. So he's now starting to plug this Patreon. For it just has all of their Patreon is the audio versions of their show. So he's plugging this Patreon. But yeah, man, it's just a lot of crazy shit. I see Daytwat in the chat saying Copacabana, and for that,
you are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping.
April, what do you have to say for yourself after that? Crazy performance. Again, that is April M. Holt providing little to no insight, everybody, but just a very bizarre members-only stream. Again, not really getting to much. Their biggest story was somebody getting a hole drilled in their head.
April
I found that to be insane.
April has been very insightful, and I'm starting to think, hey, is John going to call me on Thursday next week? What's going on here?
Yeah, she's going to be replacing you coming up the next show. But very interesting. So Tuesday morning, you heard it here, guys. Monday and Wednesday, I think it's Johnny, Aaron said, and then, Monday and Wednesday said it was Johnny, and then what'd he say? Thursday and Friday was April. But Tuesday was the jump roper himself, Gino Bisconti.
Oh, wasn't that the most bizarre shit ever? Dude, we were talking about Gino. We were both in the chat, and then it was over. And then I clicked on YouTube on a different computer, and I saw he was live again out in his parking lot jumping rope. I'm like, what the fuck's going on with this guy?
XMM says, more interesting than Ray, April. Thanks. So Gino is fully committed to being a full-time YouTuber. He's, when he's not, like I said, when he's not on Compound Media or doing these YouTube streams, he's doing these, crazy calisthenic live streams where he jumps rope, he does hopscotch, he does, tic-tac-toe with the chalk on the blacktop, of course. He's doing a lot of calisthenics, a lot of gymnastics out there in Harlem. I feel like we should play that, get to the Chrissy stuff, and then we'll end with Kuck. What do you say, Soft?
Yeah. Play the Gino, and then we got to do the Chrissy stuff for sure, because I think that's the breaking news. We got that before anyone. But this was so funny. I was watching him. I was all in his chat when he was doing his show, and then it ended, and then like 3 minutes later, he's out here jumping rope. It's fucking weird.
So this is Gino Bisconti live on YouTube, a 4-minute video of him doing some insane. I will say, he is pretty good at jumping rope. It's very bizarre. It's like
he's very good at it, and he's in better shape than me. So I want to
still smoke him on a.
I just think it's weird.
I'd smoke him in a one-on-one basketball match, man. Anytime, anywhere. Gino Bisconti, what's up? But let's get into it. Yeah, you hear it? Yeah, so breaking news, man. Me and Gino running full court. Set it up, man. We don't live that too far from each other, so we could set it up and stream it. But no jump ropes allowed, Gino. I will not be, fooled into you using your secret weapon. But this is Gino Bisconti, everyone, doing some crazy calisthenics live on air. Let's check it
out. Watch him jump rope, dude. Look at his physique. He's in good shape.
Now, I don't know if this music will get me flagged. He's doing doubles. Crisscrossing. 1 foot. Switch foot. Wow. What can he do? That's the question, man. Gino Bisconti doing, just the most insane stunts on YouTube. Very, very good, Gino. Very entertaining, man. 25 likes, no dislikes. Very good shit, Gino. What you
I
got,
would
Soft?
find this video just mildly interesting if it was a nobody. But what makes it super funny is we were all in his live chat, you know, when he was doing his show Saturday. And then right after he was done, he ran downstairs and made a jump rope video.
Yeah.
That's
the
weird.
thing. He does an hour and a half stream and then immediately goes live to do this. I mean, it's for 4 minutes. It's not like it's a 30-minute workout video, 40-minute how to my progression in jump rope. It's 4 minutes and 4 seconds of him doing this double Dutch sort of thing. Let's read some comments though. Leo Gunn, how can someone skip rope so well while falling down drunk? Amazing. We need to do the right thing, says Short Fridays. We need to do the right thing. Sequel start. Cinderella dressed in yellow went upstairs to kiss her fellow because that's a poem. Let's skip the poem. Kevin sitting in his apartment making $30K a month. You can't hate on that hustle, somebody says. Last Italian in Harlem, somebody says. Godfrey, please be my black friend. Please, please, I'll buy you dinner. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Put on the mask you made, Aaron. I don't know if he's talking about Aaron Emhole or Aaron Berg. It says, wear and ask Gino, your man, Kuck. And then someone says ripped. So let's play like another 20 seconds.
That's it. He's in good shape. Well, I was just thinking he is in good shape, but he's obviously a pussy because Pat Dixon fucking cleaned his clock.
Obviously, right? Obviously.
Right. I mean, he may look semi-impressive or at least formidable, but he got...
It don't mean shit.
Right. He got dotted, dude. And he said by his own words, he was like, he didn't knock me down. And I asked him, then why didn't you fire back, you fucking pussy? You know, if
it's one thing.
Popped and you didn't do shit, fuck you.
You're allowed to swing back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If a guy you know's fucking, if I fire on you and break your jaw, but you're still standing and don't fire back, then you're the problem.
Well, let me play devil's advocate. Okay, so maybe he got hit and was just in shock from his jaw being broken in 3 places. But at the same time, it's like, your body's adrenaline would kick in immediately and you almost wouldn't feel that until 20, 30 minutes later. Like you would feel the initial shock. But I think, having your jaw broken, the adrenaline would set in for sure. And, it's your fight or flight, your fight or flight. Oh, real quick, your fight or flight instincts kick in. And, you either do one or two things in that moment. And, Gino chose the high road, I guess. So, so that's Gino jump roping. Soft, did you have anything to add?
No. Just really, I didn't really want to hate Gino, but he's kind of an asshole as far as
now you're almost forced to because he's blocked you now at this point. I mean, it's getting kind of crazy.
Right. I would have loved to talk to him. I asked him today to be the next guest on Soft Talks. We'll see what happens. I had to ask it through Keanu, who we're getting ready to discuss, I hope.
Yeah, so let's bring that up. So this is very interesting. Soft, if you want to set this one up, let me find this video in Twitter here. So where's it at? Okay, so yeah, if you want to set this up, so like we were saying at the top of the show, Keanu, C. Thompson, Gino's girlfriend, and Chrissy Mayer, they were going on this quote unquote tour. They went to Las Vegas and Dallas. They were doing some shows, doing some live podcasting, and during the trip from Vegas to Dallas, American Airlines apparently, allegedly, pulled Chrissy and Keanu out of line, and they proceeded to tell them to strip down, take off your skirts, and change. But they didn't bring them back into a dressing room or a bathroom. No, they forced them, according to Chrissy and this article from the New York Post, they were forced to change in front of everybody sitting at the terminal. Softcast sent me a video, And there's almost, he was saying, check out this lie. So Softcast, you want to pick it up from there?
Okay. I'll kind of give you a little backdrop. It's like, I really think it's because you and I watch shows every day, and you know, we watch the shows we talk about. So I was watching Gino last Saturday, and you were as well. You just didn't notice this. And so how it all breaks down is that they wore these outfits that they bought in Vegas to.
Yeah, I'll pull it up on screen. This is the New York Post article here. Let me see if we can't get a picture of their outfits pre.
Right.
So this is their outfits pre.
Right, that's the pre-outfits. Now everyone should know, and in the video you're gonna play, April will even say that Chrissy's pants are see-through. You just can't tell there, but they're see-through. You know, they're Vegas style. Forced to change out of those first.
Okay, there he is.
Into
No, sorry,
those
you cut out. Sorry. Good.
Yeah, they were forced to change out of the first into the second ones. Now, you and I were watching Gino because Gino had said we were nobodies. So, of course, if you call me a nobody, I'm going to watch your show and look for you to do something stupid. And thank you, fucking Gino, because
Thank you, Gino.
This is fucking awesome. All right, so I think let everyone just see the video. What happens here? I'll tell everyone. All right, now those you see here. What we'll hear is those shorts right there. April is gonna say that Keanu was forced to just buy him at the airport because she didn't have anything with her. All right, so let's just check it out. These fucking assholes.
Passenger Chrissy Mayer tweeted
Hold on.
about the incident, which she says happened
Give me one
at Harry
second.
Reid.
Hold on, I'm trying to do this without my DMs fucking
International
popping up
Airport
here.
in Las Vegas.
Give me a second here. I don't know. How
This
I'm gonna
is
do this.
worth the wait, people. We're breaking this news. It's very funny.
Breaking news.
I'm
just trying to
know. Is Chrissy Mayer
Las Vegas.
either lied to April or April lied to all of us? So let's just see it.
I'm trying to open this window in a new tab without popping up my DMs here on the fucking screen. All right, so here, give me a sec. Fuck, I don't know how that's gonna work. It's like not letting me open this in a separate tab.
Oh my fucking!
It's just playing it or not playing it. Hold on.
Oh,
let me try to...
I might be able to do it. Let me see.
Unless you send this to me another way.
Just pull up your
Here, I got an idea. Guys, we'll be right back after we pull this clip up.
We like it when you listen or watch. KCUK. Find us on the web at kcuk.life or anywhere else your wife's making movies. Long hard days deserve long hard D. KCUK.
And that's KCUK commercial. Thank you again, Corey. So, okay, we have it up on the screen. I was just trying to separate the DMs so the DMs didn't pop up on the screen here. So this is the video in question. So this is where April's going to make the claim that Keanu had to buy these shorts right then and there because she had no shorts on hand. But we're going to later find out something pretty interesting. So let's watch this video.
Passenger Chrissy Mayer tweeted about the incident, which she says happened at Harry Reid International Airport in Las Vegas. Oh my fucking God, an American Air employee forced me and Keanu C. Thompson to change our pants before getting on the flight, which actually turned out to be...
I want to point something out. LL Cooley says in the chat, I fly every other week. There's no way an airline would make them change. This is a lie. So LL Cooley, flies every week for business, high roller in the game. and is claiming that, yeah, this just like how we're suspecting here, that there's no way an airline would actually physically make you do this sort of thing.
I think it was made up. You guys watch what we have, and you tell me.
Now, I will say, if they had on the outfits that they had on after they changed, then I could see them maybe being told, like, listen, you might have to cover some things up. But even that, I mean, nothing was crazy revealing.
No, none of them.
So let's check it out. Let's watch this video. Let's listen to April first, and then we'll go to the other video.
More revealing. Again, we saw the picture.
Tiny shorts.
Little tiny shorts. Which, of course, confirms that on their carry-on bags, the only thing these two girls had was slut attire.
No, check it out. Their luggage, like their clothes are already
packed
away and like where the luggage goes. So
Sure.
so Chrissy was lucky enough to have a pair of shorts in her carry-on. Keanu had to go buy shorts real quick and then change in front of everybody.
Alongside the tweet is a picture of the...
So now it cuts.
Created
and it says,
the drama about...
So now it cuts to last week's Gino stream, and then here you go. Now, if you see at this right-hand screen here, for you guys who are watching, Keanu Thompson is live on Gino's stream. She's going to come out of nowhere with the shorts.
The phone number, because you're
and
a
this is
sore
last
fucking
Saturday. So you can see it right there. Hold on. She'll give us a better view here in a second. Let me just keep
loser.
playing.
But he doesn't. He just
She
sits there,
shows
which
them-
is fine.
Yeah.
Fine. He doesn't say anything mean. Hold on, baby. You were muted and you're unmuted.
Okay. So we were looking for bathing suits for the pool.
Well, you should have showed that, and I would have made your screen big and mine smaller. Oh, come on. Come on.
I just put Chrissy in a bathing suit. Y'all are gonna die, but she's not gonna show you. But you'll die.
You broke up there again. Could you say it's slower and add some stuff? I just put Chrissy in a bathing suit and it kept sliding off. And then she was mad at me and she yanked down my top. It's for the guys, baby. Come on.
Where are they? I don't see one.
John, yay.
Okay, so look, she's going to get up there. Now watch, she's going to do a full.
What the hell are those?
Okay, so there are the shorts right there. Like Vegas got me or something like that. Those are the shorts that she had in the article, which the article took place, I believe, either on Monday or Tuesday. But according to April, she had to go and buy these shorts right then and there in the airport, which only could lead me to believe the one thing, like somebody's lying or this is being, just amped up for, the entertainment side of things.
Yes, either this never happened or whoever told April Keanu had to go buy shorts lied to April, or April made it up. I think
April, what do you have to say? What do you have to say for yourself, April?
You know when like potatoes get that black, nasty, big rot spot on them?
Thanks, April. I don't know how that added to this conversation here, but we appreciate the insight as always. April, I'm hold everyone. But yeah, I mean, so a pretty big, find here. Somebody isn't being completely honest, and it seems very small. But it's like, and when you read the article, too, American Airline refused to comment to the New York Post, which is very...
I think they know it's bullshit. They're like, fuck you.
Those are great. You got Vegas. Let me guess. They were $80.
So here, that's the clip right there. So very interesting shit. Why do you lie to us, April? Are not says... Always hold your hand as flat as you can when you feed the mare.
And I want to say to people that's why I watch a lot of shows. That's why you watch a lot of shows, because people miss that shit. It's a very obvious lie. Someone is lying. We don't have 10,000 producers. It's you and me. You know what I mean? So we watch a lot of shit.
So there it is, guys. We'll see if that's, how that plays out. But again, no one's really covering that. And when Aaron did, he completely took the story at face value and was just like, oh, well, sucks for Chrissy and Keanu. But he refuses to look into anything further than he has to.
I think it's a big lie. I told you I think American Airlines should sue Chrissy.
Well, that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to see, man, if that happens. I mean, because you could sue for, libel and slander.
Yeah, they're like going out in public and saying American Airlines did something they did not do.
Right. And it's all these like, simps, these right wing simps that simp for Chrissy, and it's all very just pathetic at the end of the day, man. I mean, a lot of people are backlashing American Airlines on Twitter. It's crazy, man. I almost want to call American Airlines to see if they want to comment, but
yeah, and we should, because we just cover this shit, dude. We don't fight with anyone. We just watch what's going on. We should call them and ask, hey, what the fuck? I mean, it's fair, really, even for us as a journalist to go, hey, have you seen this?
Right. We might, I might try to, I don't know if I'm going to call them live now. I want to get into this Kuck stuff. I think that's going to take us out on the show, but let's keep our eyes on that, guys. Let's not, give up on that because these people are just used to just saying whatever and just kind of letting it go. Their audience just kind of yes and. So, hopefully maybe this is going to lead to a lot more that we uncover here. See a lot of crosstalk going on in the chat. Steven C says, Johnny, there's a lot of crosstalk going in the chat. Yeah, guys, address comments, all comments to the host. You shouldn't be talking with anybody else getting insane ideas. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? No crosstalk.
We had a guy on the subreddit that was like, hey, I'm working on a bot that tells people no crosstalk. Can I try it out? And we're like, yeah, okay. So he did it. And then after like 3 days, people are like, get rid of that fucking bot. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's amazing, dude. People don't really understand the origins of crosstalk. But, I mean, April was dead ass serious many of times when she's like, stopped the show and halted the show to address live chatters in real time, telling them not to talk to other people in that live chat, not to interact with anyone else but Aaron. I mean, if that's not, crazy, I really honestly don't know what is, I want to get into this Kuck stuff soft. And then I think that's going to take us out for the night.
Right.
Yeah, that'll probably take us to the 4-hour mark.
I love Corey.
Yeah, Corey, Tom Chillstrom. Of course, this is live, by the way, Tom Chillstrom, live from his new podcast. With his new podcast, buddies. Tom Chillstrom, ladies and gentlemen, and the clan, back and better than ever before. There they are, Tom Chillstrom and the clan, everyone. In studio alongside with Mrs. April M. Holt. Of course, April, glad you're rocking with us tonight. You've added a lot. We appreciate you. We will be Venmoing you $51 after this and paying for your flight back to Minnesota. April, thank you so much. Any words, April, before we get into your ex-friend, Corey and Tom Chillstrom? Okay, so that's April M. Holt again, ladies and gentlemen. Just, completely, swooping us off our feet with her majestic insight. So, April, again, thank you for joining with us. Softcast, you have to watch out because Thursday, she might be the only second mic in the building that night.
Oh, I know. I'm worried about it. Like, I was off last week because of my stupid kids. So, you know what I mean? I'm not dependable. And April obviously is. She works very hard for Aaron. I think she would work very hard for Win by 2.
Yeah, that she would, man. I think after this, before she catches her flight home, she's going to be doing some raking outside on my lawn, man. And, I told her she didn't have to do 8 hours. She could do 6. That's fine with me. And we'll go to the compost site after.
There's a very much better circumstance for April in the Win by 2 world than there is in the Steeltoe world. And she might come around.
Yeah, and who knows, man? Who knows? So we'll keep everyone updated. Maybe April is this new second mic moving forward. And that way, Softcast, once and for all, is just off the show, replaced by Miss.
I had kids to take care of this weekend. I was having fun.
What are you going to say?
No, that was the perfect end, because that's what I would have said. I had kids to take care of this weekend.
Those damn fucking kids, man. What the fuck?
People
What
were
the fuck?
laughing because I was still in the chats when I could be, and they'd be like, "Softcast, what's up with the show?" And I'd be like, "I don't know yet. My stupid kids."
Those damn kids can never fucking do anything.
Yeah, I love being with them, but I mean, really, when you're with them, they're all on their phones. They just want to be in the same room as you. They don't want to. They want to still do their own shit.
Egg Picker says too many crabs. Jay Ether said justice for Tom's chair. Yes,
I'm excited about Tom. Let's get into this Tom shit.
Let's get into it. Kuck episode 6, guys. Let's do it. This is going to take us out. Corey Adam Comedy, Luke Skywalker, and of course, everybody's favorite, everyone's favorite new internet guy. That is Tom Chilstrom. Guys, come on down. What do you say? Let's get it. Kuck rules. Kuck rules. Tom Chilstrom is the man. He's the fucking man. Kuck episode 6.
Hey,
Tom Chilstrom is the man. Yeah. Kuck episode 6 rules. Yeah. Oh. What you got, Soft?
I just want to make sure they're still going to do the WKRP in Cincinnati intro. That's my favorite part.
They're doing it. So let's watch a little bit of this intro. We got a couple clips to get through tonight. And it'll take us out. Kuck episode 6, recorded on Wednesdays. Guys, make sure you are there for the next Kuck on Wednesday night. We will all be there for sure. So let's check it out. Corey, Luke, and Tom. Take it away.
Station.
The weather in the greater Suck Rapids area.
Egg Picker says this is some 70s porn music for sure.
It's WKRP with Herb Tarlick, Venus Flytrap.
Baby, if you've ever wanted some better loving than me, I'm in the living room listening to Get BBC. The KCUK. Got tired of packing and pounding by you. Asked them out and all that pig and play. Maybe you and me and him were meant to be. Just maybe think of me once in the pile.
Yeah.
KCUK is me.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey.
We are here. We are live.
Hi.
Let's see if we
Live.
get this correctly.
All right.
You should be seeing me. And
Nope. Not
now
yet.
We should be seeing
Oh,
everybody.
Corey,
Hello,
Tom,
and
and
welcome
Luke.
to episode 6
Hi, thank you.
of KCUK.
Can't
Will
wait.
this be the episode that finally breaks Tom? I think we all want to know. A lot of really funny, interesting.
So right off the bat, I mean, Corey smelling blood in the water and just immediately attacking Tom. And Tom's like, really, guys? Like, I've had enough over the last 4 weeks. Like, I'm just completely and just emotionally drained. And we actually found out, Soft, that last week, Tom actually, he watches this program. So he might be amongst us tonight watching in silence, not really saying much, just kind of observing everything that happens. And but yeah, you pointed this out to me that we're. Let me see if I can't find it.
He's watching us, and Corey comes right out of the gate, like fucking with Tom, dude. That's very fun. But we really did, we found Tom, and Tom is gold, and it's very funny. And Corey's
this is a tweet from
buttons.
This is a tweet from you, Soft. It says, Tom Chilstrom, I just heard you were racist. Someone played me a Twitch video. That sucks. I was becoming a fan, #Clowntown. And then Tom goes, I'm always striving to be a better person. I'm sorry I let you down. I hope to one day regain my top shelf status in your eyes. So this is top shelf Tom Chilstrom. This is, top shelf in the flesh.
Yeah, I love
So let's
it.
watch it. Corey, good.
I just love it because Tom is such a goof. He thinks he's internet savvy, but he's not. He's just fun to fuck with. He doesn't get it. I don't even know if he's a racist, but he's just so fucking fun to fuck with.
Well, I can't say one way or the other that he's racist or not. I mean, it's, we do have this footage of Tom, starting his new podcast, Tom and the Clan, out available in June everywhere you consume podcasts. But that's not to say he's racist, 100% through and through, because it's just funny. Like, we make fun of it because he, like, every time someone brings up the racist Tom bit, the KKK or anything crazy like that, Tom gets he goes into over defense mode and he starts defending things that don't even need to be defended. It's like, if you're not racist, bro, you're not racist. You don't have to it's like Ray DeVito with that fake video. It's like, okay, you think the video is fake. You don't have to constantly go on every fucking thing you do and remind us how the video is not fake or how you're not racist. Because the more and more you do that, the more and more I think, whatever it is that we're accusing you of, you are, insert here, you think the video is fake, or you think, we think you're a racist.
Yeah, well, if you just try and deny a rumor too much, then you give more credit to the rumor, just
exactly.
Right. So let's
continue. So
Tom is great.
Say less. We will dive right into
stuff
Tom,
happening
Corey,
before
and
the show. So I'm sure Luke will show up and be as boring as fucking ever. So whatever. Without further ado, let's get into whatever the fuck this is about to be. Hi, how are you doing, Tom and Luke?
And I want to.
I am well. How are you?
I want to point out something. Tom doesn't know how to handle a little daylight savings. Now that we switched the clocks, we gained an hour essentially, or did we switch them forward? No, we sprang forward. So now that we gained an hour,
right?
They shoot this, Central Time. So it's an hour. They shoot at 8:30, 7:30. The sun is just, setting. So you'll have a lot of sunlight in your, apartment or in your house, depending on which side you face. And we could see Tom faces the side the sun sets because there's just an extreme amount of light shining into his apartment. I mean, it's completely making this Samuel Adams character, this cutout that he has, completely almost like a hologram, like you, Softcast. It makes this cardboard cutout almost look like Softcast normal video. So there's that. So I want to point that out. And Corey goes right to him. He says, Tom, how are you? And Tom already sounds defeated. We're 1 minute and 40 seconds into this podcast, and Tom just sounds like he's checked out and he would rather be doing anything else than Kuck episode 6. Which, right. Tom, if that's the way you're gonna, come off, I will happily take that spot, Tom. This is the best show, on the internet. I know Melton has that drop saying this is the greatest show. I'm here to tell you, Kuck is the secret greatest show. So let's continue watching Tom
and Tom
S. Chilstrom.
I'm here. It's a Wednesday night, regular scheduled time, so let's do this shit.
Tom, I'm noticing a lot more light behind you. Like, is the weather finally clearing to be tolerable where you're at?
Yes, and I am.
So Corey picks right up on it.
Faces out to the west, so you are seeing the results of that, even with the blackout curtain.
Did you move your studio at all, or no? That's just where it was.
This is where it was. Literally, this is just the first time we've had light.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, with light in there, it's crazy.
Shut up, Luke.
Luke is trying to talk.
These people are already starting to find me on Twitter. I don't need them to find me in my house.
So he's saying these people are starting to find me on Twitter now. Softcast, we know you were getting to him on Twitter. This guy Magic Marlin, who I see on Twitter and sometimes in this chat, he was getting to him on Twitter.
Yeah, he's here tonight, Magic Marlin.
Yeah. So you guys were getting to him now. Tom is flustered that these people are now starting to find him on Twitter. It's like, Tom, it's not that hard, man. We just search your name. You made the Twitter account. We didn't force you to make the Twitter account, and then we put it on blast or anything. You made the account. So of course, you do a podcast, multiple podcasts, we're gonna find it.
That's what I think. We're different than a lot of other people are. I don't go digging for all your basic or your intimate shit, but all your basic shit, yeah, I'm gonna look at all of it, dude. Every bit of it. If you got a Twitter or this or that, but I'm not worried about your kids or even any of your shit. Like if you have an alias like I do, like Soft Weekly, okay. That's fine. I'll look into Soft Weekly. I don't try and find out who people are. I don't do that shit. But so
unless they put it out, you know what I mean?
Right. So Tom's shit is out there as Tom. I'm only looking at the shit he put out there.
Right.
He doesn't get it. Like I think he thinks we're doxing him.
He probably does. He probably thinks like we're coming for him and his family and his girlfriend, and he's probably like, he probably spends every waking hour thinking about, are the trolls going to get me today? Is today going to be my last day? Right. And, it's got to be an exhausting way of living, man. Like, you sit there. I mean, that's probably why, he is the way he is, man. He's just so frantic all the time. So, but yeah, let's get back into it. We have a couple clips we want to play from this Kuck, this majestic episode 6, Kuck. Check it out. You won't find it on YouTube because Corey puts it right when they're done streaming, puts it right behind a paywall for 6 people. So you won't be able to find it.
Model.
No, it's the best business model.
I can find you by your house. Anybody that wants to hit me up, and we'll find Tom by his house.
Yep, doxing it out.
No doxing, please.
Stripper got me banned with saying time.
Yeah, see, right there. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but he's definitely thinking that. He's like, damn, I'm getting doxed in real time. This is fucked.
Yeah. Break red thing right out of the gates. They're going for you. Like, I gotta say, and we were talking about this a little bit before the show. I am actually kind of shocked at how quickly our listeners jump to like crushing and destroying Tom. If I were a betting man, I would have bet that all that angst and animosity would have been directed at Luke, where it does belong, to be fair. But instead of picking on somebody,
to be fair,
instead of picking on somebody that clearly fucking deserves it, they've gravitated to hurting you, Tom. I don't know why. I don't know what you did.
Some would say that I still deserve it. So
I mean, maybe, but like.
That I still deserve it. So
I mean, maybe
before we blame Tom here, Corey came out swinging out the gate saying how
that's not us, that's
suck.
them.
I was like, what?
Donuts do suck, dude. I'm sorry.
Who
Donuts
says
suck.
that?
I do.
Donuts suck,
They're
and then
fucking
pretends
terrible.
like they're.
Okay, so they immediately get sidetracked. Their ADHD is just, their attention span is very, very small, where they begin to talk about donuts and cakes and desserts. Let's get into our next clip. 16 minutes here. We'll jump forward.
Can I say that I don't think
no, you can't say it. No, you can't say it, Soft. Don't even bother. April M. Holt is going to weigh in because she's the new second mic here. Ape, what do you got to say for yourself?
That bitch.
Wow, that was a great take by April, man. Far more better than anything Softcast would have said. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, what you got?
Well, I think Corey and Luke, who is the star of this show, we've discussed it. We love Luke, but they've tuned into what we're doing, and now they're feeding into it. You know what I mean? They're almost like
right,
like Gino was saying on a show about dancing monkeys. They're almost doing it for us without us even trying, because we riled Tom up, and they caught
dude,
on.
It's their entire show.
Yeah,
it's their entire show,
and they know how to push his buttons now. It's very funny. We run the show.
This is our show.
Yeah.
Let's jump into 15. Well, it's 16 minutes here, so let me fast forward by 30 seconds. And at 16 minutes, we all know Corey Bounce. We know the origins of Corey Bounce. He was on this show, and Melton was like, Corey, it looks like you're bouncing. So Corey really hasn't, addressed the bouncing head on. He just kind of deflects every time it's brought up. So it's very funny to watch Corey now deflect the bouncing allegations over to Tom, and he's going to do this in this clip here. Tom's getting a little frustrated over the way the conversation's going. They're talking about donuts. Tom thinks donuts are delicious. Corey thinks donuts are repulsive. I'm not here to have that argument. But, you know, a lot of people are piling up on Tom. So Tom's getting very frustrated and is proceeding to bounce. And now Corey he's seeing that out. He's seeing that opening where he can address and attack the bounce allegations and deflect it over to Tom. So he's going to do that here in 16 minutes. Let's check it out.
Soup, like a beer and cheese or a chicken noodle, right? You want something that might complement
Stop.
that.
It's beer and cheese soup, you jackass.
Stop.
No, stop.
Hold on. Please,
Who the
please
fuck,
don't interrupt me and
who
uncross
the
your fucking
fuck,
arms.
who the fuck?
Look, you're thinking soup, like a beer, cheese, and a chicken noodle, right? Why not something like a mushroom donut? Not sugary, obviously. It has to be savory. Or like a turkey-flavored donut, right?
Look at
And then you
Tom's.
could dunk
Look
it
at
in
his
your
body
soup.
language. Arms crossed.
Tom
You're an
is
asshole.
pissed right
It
now.
sounds like you're talking about some kind of flavored bread. I fucking hate you. Your ideas are worthless. Your haircut is
Jesus.
annoying.
Wow.
Tom, you can just refute what he's saying. You went nuclear there a little bit, buddy.
And he's crossed his arms. He got super defensive about it.
I'm not being defensive. I'm literally just trying to be comfortable right now, okay?
All right, fine.
That doesn't look comfortable.
Huh?
You don't look comfortable.
Greg,
You look like you're bouncing.
wait.
You look like you're at your work. That's what you're like bouncing. You're like, all right.
Wow. So somebody is deflecting. You're bouncing.
That's awesome, dude.
Wow. It's almost like we say that about you, Corey. But I mean, look at the uncomfortability by Tom. You guys would think we're like 3 hours into a podcast here. We're not even 17 minutes in. We're not even at the 20-minute mark. And this is Tom's demeanor here. Just, I mean, they're talking about chicken noodle soups and you know, chocolate frosted donuts.
And look at
and
that.
This is, you know,
He's pissed.
very upset. He's had enough. Again, dude, we're calling the over under. Tom walks probably less than 6 months. I'd say. I mean, almost any episode now, we're expecting Tom to just fucking, you know, be fed up and walk out. Let's jump to our next clip, though. 2805. Tom, this is pretty shocking. Tom, we're gonna find out a little bit about Tom. Tom, you know, he has dead parents. His mom and dad are, you know, passed on to the afterlife, and they no longer are with us here on this, you know, God's green earth. They're truly missing out, I would say. But Tom is going to admit something that where he keeps his father stored. It's, you know, it's very shocking. You know, some people would, you know, make a shelf and make a memorial like on their shelf, like on a fireplace or above their TV. Or they would just dispose of the ashes after, you know, so many years. They would, you know, dispose of the ashes by sea. Not Tom Chilstrom. No. Tom Chilstrom, however, shoves these ashes in this place right here at 2805. This is going to be very revealing into why I think Tom holds up a lot of this anger. I think he's being haunted when he goes to sleep. I think he has, you know, maybe the exorcist might be, you know, need to be called upon here on Tom. I think we need to hire a priest and get some demons out of this this guy here. So 2805. Let's go back a couple of seconds. Boom. Here we go. Let's check it out. Where does Tom Chilstrom store his dead father's ashes?
So, Second Amendment. You couldn't find an afternoon waning in 5 fucking years to go put your dad's ashes to rest? Because I guarantee you, Tom, I've seen how you live. I guarantee your parents are not happy about being in your closet.
His parents, not even just his dead dad. I totally missed that. His parents, both parents, are stored in Tom's closet. Whoops. Tom's closet. There it is. Wow. So Corey drops the ball.
That's kind of a rough burn on your friend, though. Like, if you know that much about him, just pull it out. It's funny. I'll laugh at it. But wow, Corey went hard on that. I'll give him credit.
Well, Tom wants to, you know, complain about the fans doxing him and everyone on Twitter doxing him and, you know, all that kind of shit. But it's like Corey in real time just kind of like, you know, gave us an inside look into your personal life. I mean, that's very revealing shit. You know, that's probably it. You know?
No, I'm not mad at Corey for doing it, but I was like, I just really think so. Like, whoa, that's a big one. That is pretty sick. Like, I've been to your house. I know where your parents' ashes are, you fuck. You know, that's pretty hardcore. It's pretty
I know
funny.
where you keep your parents, you fucking motherfucker. I know where they store them. You store them in your closet. Tom, this is God. This is God, Tom.
Sorry, what were you saying? That was Tom's inner monologue.
It's just pretty hardcore. I'm working on a plan.
Yeah.
I'm working on a plan to make Tom a friend of this show.
Yo,
You
I
know-
think we're working on a little bit of softcast. Let me call you right back because we're working on a delay and I can't continue like this. It's like I'm saying something, you're trying to say something, you're picking up 3 seconds later. So let me call you right back.
All right.
Sorry about this, guys. I was trying to put up with that, but I would say something and there would be like a 3-second delay on Skype. I'll call him right back. Gino is going into Rocky mode after Pat. Yeah, he's fucking doing jumping jacks. I think that's a little better, right? You can hear me more in real time.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me right time now?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I wanted to say that I'm working on a plan with Tom to make him a friend of Win by 2. I think
Let's see if we can't make that happen.
Yeah, we can turn him on Corey and Luke. It'll be funny. These big
We should
fat-
try to get him on the show. There's still some sort of delay, man. It's kind of pissing me off.
Fair point. However, there is also the idea that my brother should probably be here, and he refuses to leave that state that you are currently in. So, delusion.
God's country. What?
Whoa. So hold on. This is all fucking pissing me off right now. Hold on. My toolbar's up here. All right, it just went away. Sorry about this, guys.
Check my delay. I think I might have fixed it on my end. Does it sound better?
No, it wasn't like you delaying. It was like I would say something and then 3 seconds later you would hear it, and it's like kind of hard because you would get into a thought or I'd get into a thought, but we wouldn't hear it until like 3 seconds later.
Right. Yeah.
I think I don't know what's happening. I think it's just something on Skype here. But so let's check it out. So Tom tries to own Corey here. We're just gonna move on. Tom is gonna try to own Corey. I would lower that just a hair too. So there's some comeback there. Tom's gonna try to own Corey in this clip. Sorry about this, guys. And he's gonna do this. It's very like I said, Tom doesn't know how to shit talk. He doesn't really know how to carry himself when he's being confronted in real time. And he lashes out in the most bizarre ways. So Tom Chillstrom. This is nuts. Well, I gotta lower the Skype or something, man, because I'm getting crazy feedback. Tom Chillstrom does this.
He be here, and he refuses to leave that state that you are currently in. So, delusion.
God's country. What was that visual?
I said that you're living in a state of delusion. Like,
Yeah, but what was with like middle fingers and shit?
I guess I got you.
Yeah, like fuck off.
Huh.
Wow. Talk about miserable failure. Jesus Christ, man.
Dude, don't you try and help a guy out of that? You know what I mean? Like,
no, Corey let him off the deep end.
yeah. That was a fuck you. That was bad.
Let's keep it moving here. We'll go to 3440. Just when you think it gets crazy, I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. This is nuts. I keep hearing myself in the monitors. We'll just go to 3440. It's all very. It's all right. It's all right. We'll push through the 30. We only have a couple more clips to go. 3440. Tom's going to show off.
Find us on the web at kcuk.life or anywhere else your wife's making movies.
All right, we're back, and Tom is still large and in charge. Tom, quick, entertain them.
Well, we were talking about ashes and cremation, and
you're doing good.
Who wants one of my tattoos after I die? Huh? To the highest bidder. Is DC in the chat? Huh? Who wants?
What?
So he's showing off his guns here.
Yeah.
Full-fledged, has his tattoos out. The gun show featuring
Who wants
Tom.
some of this
Chill
magic, huh?
Gross. What even is that?
Is that a hand job?
Wait.
Hey.
Go. No. What's the one on the inside arm? Where did you get that? That's ridiculous.
That's big as those.
We got to zoom in. We got to zoom in on this tattoo. What is this tattoo? Is that Fred Flintstone? Like, what the fuck is that?
What is that?
I mean, I don't even know.
Nice. Actually, I'll give him, that's pretty cool.
That
That's
is the third most racist thing about you, Tom. Go. No. What's the one on the inside arm? Where did you get that? That's ridiculous.
I got to hear that.
Those.
Oh, it's Speedy Gonzalez. He's got a Speedy Gonzalez tattoo.
Oh, that's pretty racist.
So again, for all the evidence pointing that Tom is racist, this doesn't help his cause out by any stretch of the imagination. He's got a Speedy Gonzalez tattoo. He's starting a new podcast called Tom and the Clan, of course. All very, very, very. I mean, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, softcast, it's not typically a goose, right?
Right. It's too funny. I don't know what to say. He's got a Speedy Gonzalez tattoo. Now, I enjoyed Speedy Gonzalez as a kid. And I didn't really think it was racist because I was a kid. But I got it as
right. You don't know any better.
Right. I got it as I got older. And if he's got a Speedy Gonzalez tattoo, that's pretty crazy. I don't know why he did it, but it doesn't help his racism fight.
Let's go to this is Tom. More of Tom getting defensive. 4357. Tom getting defensive over the callers calling him racist. He thinks important people are going to find out and watch this podcast, and they're going to have some distaste. So, this is an interesting.
I love when people say this. It's like, you guys are gonna know, or you just wait. These
Tom, nobody's watching this show.
Right.
Before you answer that, I want to show that you didn't refute the racist part. You were just interesting about the other. So go ahead, caller.
Oh yeah, no, Tom is definitely racist. Like, he's a ginger. They're all racist. They can't help it. They're mad at everybody because everybody else doesn't have red hair.
That sounds like you're a bigot yourself, man. Come on, dude.
No, I don't have any problem with gingers, bro. It's okay.
You said all gingers are fucking racist, dude. That sounds like a stereotype.
Well, you are. You're mad because everybody else doesn't have red hair.
No, I like this. I mean, this is the way to do it. I mean, when you're on the attack here, now Tom's playing from behind, but when you're on the attack, you continuously press. When there's any sort of pushback by the person you're attacking, you just continue to call them and say, you are the thing I am calling you, and you just reinforce it. And then somebody like Tom isn't quick-witted enough to kind of, think of a comeback. He's just going to kind of, stumble along the way to try to figure out how I'm going to, divert from this and how I'm going to get out of this.
Yeah, it's a thing with comedians that it's like crowd work, and I go back to it a lot. But they can, if one heckler says something, but everyone else is there to see Tom, then Tom says something and everyone laughs, and the heckler is fucked. But when you're calling in on a show like this. You know what I mean? The guy's like, Tom, this is why you suck. And I have documented, and he's just like, because there's no applause sign coming up for whatever Tom says. so you can see how it is.
Let's keep watching.
I don't give a shit what people have, dude. Skin color, hair color, eye color doesn't matter to me, dude.
That's your bias, dude. So you're definitely racist against people that are non-ginger.
I am not, dude. You literally just said that every redhead hates everybody else for not being a redhead.
Tom, do you think
stereotypical, man.
Tom, do you think maybe you have a little bit of like ginger dysphoria, right?
Oh yeah,
ginger dysphoria.
Yeah, it's a medical term, I'm assuming.
No, it is. It's legitimate.
Shut up, Luke, you liar.
Hey, can we stop for a second? Because there's two funny things. All right, first the caller says, you're racist for being anti-gen or something about gender. So he equates racist to being anti-gender. You know, just fucking with Tom. And then Corey,
I think he says something along the lines of ginger dysphoria, or right?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he said.
Then Corey says ginger dysphoria. They're totally fucking with Tom, dude. It's great.
Right.
Play it out. If you can, just play all back that 45 seconds. It's very funny.
You're mad because everybody else doesn't have red hair.
I don't give a shit what people have, dude. Skin color, hair color, eye color doesn't matter to me, dude.
That's your bias, dude. So you're definitely racist against people that are non-ginger.
I am not, dude. You literally just said that every redhead hates everybody else for not being a redhead.
Do you think
stereotypical, man.
Tom, do you think maybe you have a little bit of like ginger dysphoria, right?
Oh yeah,
ginger dysphoria.
Yeah, so he's fucked.
Yeah.
So getting pressed about the racist tactics. We got 3 more clips from this podcast. I'm getting a lot of feedback, man. It's very distracting. I do apologize about that. Soft, I don't know if you have an output up too high or something, but I'll say something and like 2 seconds later I'm hearing it back. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's just like
everything down, so I can't be. Let me see.
It might be just Skype just lagging like crazy. I have no idea. But let's get through it. We got 3 more clips left to get to. We'll go to 5723. Tom, we're going to find out a lot about Tom. So not only does he store his dead parents in a closet, but he also, instead of drinking alcoholic beverages, he's going to be drinking, we find out, non-alcoholic beverages at 5723. Let's check it out.
That's me every November. Like November ends, and like the first like December.
That's a Green Day spin-off song. Instead of September ends, November ends. Coming soon to a MP3 file near you by Corey Adam Comedy. Going to be a #1 seller over on the iTunes, as all Corey Adam Comedy
I never end up
albums
drinking
are.
again like right away. You know, because you're just.
I had a non-alcoholic Guinness on Monday. Does that count?
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Because it's actually.
Yeah, and even Luke says, why would you do that? So we just find out Tom Chilstrom drinks non-alcoholic Guinnesses. Wow.
Yeah. Why?
So when he's not storing his dead parents in closets, he's cracking open a nice cold O'Doul's and throwing it back and going out and spending the night on the town. Tom Chilstrom, everybody.
That's not like he's doing a plug for a distributor or something. You know what I mean? He's just like, oh, yeah, I drink some non-alcoholic cool beer.
We got 2 clips left. So, again, we're not even an hour in, and Tom's already had enough. I mean, he had enough at the 16-hour mark. So Tom's already checked out. He's going to be falling asleep on this podcast we're going to watch. We got 2 clips left. Now, this is Jay Etheridge. Now, Jay Etheridge is in our chat. He's a moderator in our chat. And Jay is starting to get to Corey about the numbers. Now, you tuned into this Kuck episode, and at max, there maybe was 32 live viewers. And Jay continuously pointing that out gets to, maybe not getting to Corey as much, but Corey does address it. And, it really does get to the other guys like Luke and Tom. So let's watch it. 1:11. 25. Let's check this out. Jay Etheridge getting to the guy.
It's low heat. I mean, whatever.
I say
34 people viewed it.
Good job,
Jay. Jay Etheridge has been trying to talk shit all night, and it's not working at all. Like it never does. Because again,
So just completely shutting it down. Jay Etheridge, your shit talking never works, but they're addressing you now, but it never works. So
yeah,
he got you, Jay.
I want to say too that like Jay and I have been, as all of us have, in the K-Cup chats for a long time, and it is working. That's why they're mentioning it. You know what I mean? We've been fucking with them since episode 1.
Yeah, let me play this clip. And then we got one more clip to
that
get
we're on multiple platforms, so he can say how many people.
Okay, so this is the cope I wanted to point out. So Corey is going to make the argument that they're on multiple platforms, and just because there's only 36 people watching on YouTube doesn't mean that there's not thousands of viewers on other platforms. Now, we've seen this tactic pulled by Aaron Emholt, of course. He says he makes the cope that he's got, over 500 live viewers on YouTube, but also simultaneously he's got another 250, 300, 400 at times over on Rumble. Now, I checked that Rumble chat simultaneously, and, Aaron Emholt, I think on Friday, had about 127 live viewers on Rumble. But Corey makes that same claim here, and we went over and we live checked this. Now, see, this is what I did to kind of keep things, synchronated here. I kept the time in the screenshot. So this was Corey Adam on Twitch, which he does stream to, which we find out he wasn't actually even streaming on Twitch that night. So you could see this was from Wednesday night, 9:47 p.m. And this is Corey not even live on Twitch.
And Twitch is really supposed to be his main thing. He's a Twitch guy. You know what I mean?
We go over to Rumble, and we see if Corey Adam maybe had better luck over on Rumble. So we checked that out on live time. Now, 28 people did view it, but at live time, there was only 2 watching. So, okay, you're on multiple platforms. 2 things can be true at once. Yes, you're on multiple platforms, but, you cracked between Twitch and Rumble. You cracked 2 live viewers. So, okay, you didn't have 36 people watching on YouTube in total. Sorry, we got that one wrong. You had 38 people. All right, so let's call Soft back. Let's do this last clip, and then we'll get out of here.
Leave. yeah, like, go home, try again tomorrow. Go home, you know what? Sorry. Yeah, he didn't say anything to us. Yeah, you look like you just. How is this better?
I still can't get over the fact that.
John, can you hear me?
Are you watching?
Dude, these dumb bitches are talking about the airline thing on Simpcast right now. I'm always dabbling. Always dabbling.
Here, do you want to go live into it?
Yeah, check it out. Go to Simcast. They're doing it right now.
Right, here, we'll do it. So look, I figured out it was on my end. I do apologize for getting frustrated like that, but it's just something with my OBS. It's going to be out of sync. I'll fix this all though in post. Let's go live to Simcast. Let's listen to what they're saying here.
And he ended up giving us a double. Yeah, well, we needed it.
Also, when you called in, one of these things is not like the other.
They didn't even offer us
Just check it out. You'll see.
I don't know, or no voucher, no upgrade, no nothing.
I didn't
no
free
drink
tickets. Have you tried tweeting them? Because Sydney did that, and they were like, "Oh, here's $100 voucher for if someone's fat's going into your seat." Yeah,
really?
She tweeted them.
How about this? I feel like I shouldn't have to ask.
No, they responded with, "Who let the dogs
All right, so we're gonna take a quick detour, guys. We'll be off camera just so it's not completely lagging ballistically on you guys.
I screenshot it too. They responded to us with from the actual literal American Airlines Twitter.
Yeah,
on our Twitter while we're on the plane, they said, "Who let the dogs out? Who?
Hey,
something is fucking wrong.
I gotta tell you. All right, right before you called me back, Keanu said that she was literally on her period and a tampon string was hanging out. Boom. And we know so far she didn't have to go buy new shorts like she said. And now she's saying this on here. So I don't know if that's true. You know what I mean? This is getting crazy.
Yeah, we don't know what to believe, man. This is Shortsgate 2023.
Oh my God. Holy shit. American Airlines, eat your heart out.
Eat your fucking heart out.
They're so loud.
I didn't want to check my hat because I didn't want it to get crushed in the bag.
Like mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can try to take your dignity, but they can't take your bimbo power.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, and listen, is this one you want to yeah, that's yours. I'm fine. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I was shamed and whatever, but it was not right. That's all. And we were really oddly pressured, and you can say whatever you want about an OnlyFans.
Make it worse that a guy did it.
Yeah, if it were a woman, and you listen, who do you listen to? The police and the fucking people at the airport. Like,
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I'm so glad that you sent this better picture to the Daily Mail,
She's
folks.
already
'cause it
doing,
really helps to
Chrissy's
paint the
doing
picture
other
of our
shit. Just
strife.
trying to make money.
Bizarrely, the duo were told to change.
They're
their
trying to
pants this week,
deflect.
but the shorts they put on instead turned out to be
Dude,
more
we got to
revealing.
cover
Chrissy
this hard.
exclaimed in all
We
caps,
got to go
"No way to
into it
treat her
because
as
we
member,
got
and in fact, I'm a gold
no
member."
one,
And then
no one else picked up on
level. I was like,
the
fuck
fact
you.
that
I was like,
no, or maybe April lied, but why would April make up that lie on her own? That's crazy.
So yeah, sorry about all this confusion and headaches and the audio being out of sync. I'll fix this really quick. We'll boot it back up. We'll go live into Simcast and listen to them kind of give out their statements and seeing if we can't pick up any more lies. I just can't.